All right, everybody, all right? All right, we here. Didn't have to do it, but he done it again, ain't it? That's right. Oops, he did it again. Y'all like that? That's all. See, I'm sorry you missed it. Was you able to pick it up on live stream, Jazz, when I was doing? I was doing that mind. Push it back. You see? Pull myself over, push myself back. Oh yeah, that'll come out next week. I won't throw too much on you. Take time, you got time to study that kind of stuff. Y'all all right? I hope y'all learned something last night. Layla, wasn't that right? Oh, goodness. Yeah, tight. Yeah, that's tight now. Well, gotta get him, get used to putting our tassels on and getting ready, ain't that right? Tassels like, y'all got them on?
Yes, sir.
All right, ain't that right? So we'll need some more pins, too. Them clips. Didn't we have some extra those clips to clip them on? No extra clip. So what we're gonna do? We just do so. Okay, we just had to bring a staple. Just start the staple gun, just staple them on them. That way they keep them. Pow, pow, pow. Get one of them industrial staples. They use to hang up stuff in construction. Them things about that long, it stick there and go through your hip. That way you can be just like Yahushua, your head be wounded in your side. Isn't that right? Well, we here once again to try to see what dust say, Mr. Yahushua. I saw somebody send out a couple of texts. Oh, that was Darren and so I sent some new about the locusts. Y'all seen them locusts in East Africa? I said about Mr. Yahushua talking. Earthquake hit Turkey. I think they got 20-something dead so far. That's all they found. It's still early. So now you got to still deal with them tremors. You know, right in what they call Turkey, we used to dwell over in that area. All these are areas we were in at one time. Mr. Yahushua is expelling these people. These people can't keep sitting around here doing that. It's time to go. They've been there long enough. It's time to get these people out of there. He's just beginning. They don't want to tell everybody what's going on all over the world. They know people panic. They know the men's hearts are fellow. They got to keep the economy going. They got to keep the lie going and keep perpetrating the lie. So they got to make you think things are not that bad and everything is just far off. You got trouble going on right here. Ain't that right? And plenty more coming. They don't even talk about Yellowstone Park no more. Y'all got one of the biggest fault lines right here in Wyoming. How many of y'all know about Yellowstone? Don't know about Yellowstone Park? Yellowstone Park in Wyoming. Listen. The animal been evacuating there for a while. If Yellowstone Park ever erupt, we're done. It's gonna wipe out all of the West, all the way back to California, gone. Wyoming all the way to California, out of here. Then it's gonna come down and everybody down this side, they say gonna get hit with ashes. Oh, it ain't done. It's gonna be, listen, when that thing go out, that thing already been going, and they gonna start looking at animals starting to leave the park. They're trying to figure out everything leave. I think it was the other year, back a couple years ago, the streets were even melting. It was so hot out that the streets were melting. When the cars were around, they were getting stuck. Listen, asphalt melting. They couldn't even drive on the road. Some of y'all not familiar with that. Why would they tell you? Y'all know how much, listen, that's a national treasure, these people. These white folk make money from people going to look at a guy. I ain't got time to go stick my head in no hole. I'm not impressed. Isn't that right, Rod? Well, just to stick your head in the hole, I'll be all right. I'm already in the hole. Look at my finances. Ain't that right? I don't need to go look at another one. Just a matter of time, though, Mr. Who are troubling these people. They're going to have to turn to them one way or another. So we come in and make sure we can look at the book and faithfully execute it, so we make sure we know exactly what he's prescribing for. And late in the evening now. Oh, it's real late in the evening. The time ain't like it used to be. It's time for people to sit around and start making ready now. Ain't that right? We leaving here. Every one of us are here. You can't afford to be wrong. Ain't that right? So we going through, examine. I got y'all now. We're starting to kind of come into putting the practice, putting the tassels on. Get yourself used to it. Just start getting more acclimated with it. Ain't that right? I told y'all to bring them. Some people just kept them in their pocket. I said, well, I want you to bring them. I want you to wear them. Get you kind of used to keeping up with them. You know what I'm saying? It's a new practice for. I told Malcolm, I said, years ago, somebody told me about wearing some tassels. I'd have worn them out. When I got through hitting them with that book, they gave up their tassel. I was saying, folks time on their belt loop. Folks put them everywhere. Well, we learning and we come along. Our whole goal again to be perfect when he get back here. We want to be found in him the way he done prescribed for us. You know, I think enough things are happening in the world to kind of why make you want to break away from it. That the pressures of the world don't pressure me the way it used to. At one time, it was a real desire to try to keep up with the world. But as you kind of get older and settle, start considering more of your mortality, you start looking at the world passing away.
That's right. That's right.
It passed away. All their major corporations closing down. These folks got these fictitious numbers on their money. It's bad out here. They just not telling. These folks embarking on one of the worst economies they done seen. After the last 4 years of this bastard y'all got Trump, you'll see it's gonna be worse. More and more our people are gonna be in degradation. More our people gonna be everything these white people do is always gonna affect us worse. If it's a good economy, we're gonna get the worst of the good economy. And if it's a bad economy, we're gonna be first on deck for the worst of it. We never get nothing to when it comes from these people. So it's time for us, I tell y'all all the time, every week without fail, it's time to establish our own. It's time to learn how to trade with these people, but don't be under them. You cannot let these people rule over us. We cannot let these people control our future. When they medicated us, they made us sick. When they educated us, they dumbed us down. Everything they done, when they gave us a job, we got the worst of the wages. We've never got nothing good when it comes to white America and her governing over us. Can y'all think of anything they ever given us good? They diseased us, plagued us. When they built us houses, they get a house, they built up projects. That's what they give us, housing projects. Y'all ain't never thought about this kind of stuff? What do we got good from these people? They've never given us nothing good. Everything we ever got from these people has always been the worst of something. And then it's been so bad for us. I mean, you think about the psychosis that bring you out of slavery. Anything beats slavery. So we thought. Yeah, that's how white people get you to think things are better. They did us so bad that they still doing us bad, but they ain't bad as they were doing us then. And guess what we say? Man, we sure doing better now. You still on these people rule. These people still doing, they still controlling your food. How many of us control black people food? I mean, control white people food? How much control white industry? How many of us control white banking? Now ask yourself why, because it's white America. It wouldn't make sense to let your coon-looking face control nothing that affects white people in America. It makes sense for white people to control things that belong to you, because this ain't your home. You don't want to think about that, do you? Yes, sir. It ain't gonna never get no better. We make it better for ourselves. We need independence. When they celebrate July the 4th, we need a day we need to celebrate too. Ain't that right? We need a day we need to celebrate too. Just like we have Pesach. That was that celebrating that came out Mizraim. Hello? That's why they did it. They ate it with their shoes on their feet, with their lumets in their hand, their staffs in their hand. They remember that's when he brought us out. Isn't that right? And they ate it with bitter herbs. You know why they looked at? Because they look at it with hard bondage. Isn't that right? Wasn't nothing sweet by being on Mizraim. So we ate it with bitter herbs. So we always remember wasn't nothing good. But what's good about something bitter? Exactly. That's what we want to always remember when we came to Mizraim. The place you're here now, nothing good has ever happened to you here. You name it. Name what advancement you got here. None. You have nothing that a white person does not control or delegate or issue out or take back. So it ain't better for you. Only way to get better, it's time for us to build up and get our own. My dad used to tell me sometimes, he said, boy, you ain't grown. Get grown, you get your own. That's what America been telling us for the longest. We ain't grown. How many of us keep white people birth certificates? How many of us issue white people birth certificates? How many of us keep white people Social Security? How many of us issue out white people Social Security? Now ask yourself why. Because you're in white America. White America wouldn't dare let your black face issue nothing out to you. You don't control Medicaid or issue it out to nobody. White people give it to you. Benefits. White people don't let you control it. White people give you benefits. White people approve and white people sit around and deny. You have nothing here. Absolutely nothing. But you love it. You'll love it and you'll keep fighting for it. Nobody else, I just told you that, will sit here and take it. They talk about the Mexican. The Mexican take from here and he sends back to Mexico. His own government helps him to come over here. Because he knows when he get here, he's going to take the labor, take the money that you're going to complain about, and he'll take less here because it's going to be more where he's going to build up where he stands. You take less here and you ain't built up nothing. At least if I lose, I need to gain somewhere else.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at the Mexican, I'm mad at us.
That's right. That's right.
Hello? White man never told us that we was in Mexico before Mexican got there. Before the Spaniards ever came, did y'all not even, how many of y'all didn't know we used to be there? We were there. Y'all know about the Seminole Indians? Their name meant wild child. They broke off and they went down to Florida. They left from Florida to escape slavery and went into Mexico. And still there. A lot of the Seminole Indians reside in Mexico. So many that went back. Mexico got pyramids. They won't tell you about it. Hey, fella, am I making this stuff up?
That's true.
How you think them pyramids got there? Mexicans built them? Spain put these people there and made a fool out of us. Man, I think, what I'm going to Mexico for? Them for Mexican. I'm a nigga. You were there before they went. You been in all these places. Mizraim rules stretch that far. You been in all these places for a Spanish, for a Latino ever came. You were there. Huh? We can say like Yahushua said in the 8th chapter of the book of Marshall Lee. Listen, we were there. Before a Mexican was brought forth, for a ditch was dug, we were there and one brought up with them. Yeah, we've been there. They ain't never told us that. What American history ever taught us that we resided in Mexico?
No.
Why would they? They control your education. Why would I tell you that you've been somewhere further than the little towns you reside in now? They got people in New Orleans had never left. Took a flood to come and killed them. Never went nowhere. Only place they ever gone to now from there to the grave. Because white people imprison their minds. White people control their finances. Where you going to go when you ain't got no money? How many of y'all grew up not going on vacation, family vacation? Why you think you didn't go? Because your parents didn't love you because they couldn't afford it. Because white people control their income. They control your income, they control where you go. There's a lot more you can get out here and see if you got money. Why you think white people keep you broke? Because when you go and you look and you see, you'll start to question. You will have questions, so he keep you right where you at. Go find black families in the project. Tell, we was going to vacation all the time. Not no project. Pretty much they stay right there. They give them their stores. They're going to give them outdated meat, redated chips. Isn't that right? Oh, they're going to get them cheap alcohol and beer, cheap drink. You know what you're going to get in product? Tahitian treats. They load you down. Enough dye to take your kidneys out. Listen, a Tahitian treat, if you want one, I know where to go. I know where to get a Tahitian treat, and you ain't going to get in no white neighborhood. They'll make you think they don't make the drink no more. I used to work for Southeast Atlanta years ago. Most of y'all don't know nothing about it. I used to be a drink salesman. I used to sell drinks and distributor, run them drinks out there. Listen, man, we have a whole truck when we go to the project. We don't unload nothing but Tahitian treat. Whole truck. When I go to the right, listen, it's Canada Dry, high-end drink. None of that junk get it done. We got to the project, listen, and the niggas be outside. We had to worry about them robbing the truck. Right out Jonesboro, we go, listen, them niggas listen, they send 2-3 of us together. Cause them niggas be sitting out there watching that truck finna rob it. They finna snatch up a whole case of them Tahitian treat. They put them in, they were good. And they were designed to destroy your kidney. Between the sugar and the dyes. He put stuff in the white neighborhood that's gonna benefit him. He'll get some stuff with a little poison, but he won't get it to the degree that you're gonna get it. He gonna give you a bull, then he looked at taking that out of the way you and got too smart, then he gave you Magnum. You get a thing. Y'all listen, I drank that Magnum for you to tear something up. My friend looked at me and said, man, nigga, you drunk. It's over. You shouldn't have said it. Now I drank that Magnum. Listen, Magnum, they don't give you that. They'll give you whatever they give you cheap. Old English 800. You go in a white neighborhood, they don't even know you can buy a quarter bull. They'll never sell a quart. That's for nigga, 99 cents. Whole quart. They don't even say you're going to white neighborhood. You'll never find. You go in any black, you go to Kanye, you go right on Saturday, you go to the store. They're going to put quarts in there. They're going to put king side beer. They ain't going to do it for white folk. They're going to give them 12 ounce. They say, I know you're going to drink, but I don't want to get you to the degree I get these niggas with. Once you start looking at what's being done and how they program you and how they got you messed up, you'll start doing differently. You should. You'll start watching his restaurants and where his people go. A lot of these places they give you, his people don't go there. When they do, he know his people going to McDonald's. But they're designed to get the nigga though. He got another menu over on the side showing calories. Nigga ain't counting calories. Nigga think that the price. $27,000 for a burger. Man, them nigga crazy. They got no $27,000. White man go out there, he order one $27,000. He don't even realize that's the calorie count. Nigga done nutted up. He done looked it up. Give me one of them 99-cent cheeseburgers. Got him. Got him. You think I can give you a piece of fish for 99 cents? I got to get paper that I got to print and color paper. How many of y'all know about ink? What's the most expensive? Black? So I got to color paper. I ain't just to put letters. We talking I got to color paper. I have to color a paper. I got to cut it. It's got to be cut and it got to be brought in box. I got to get buns. Which means you got to get wheat and it's got to be growing. It got to be faster. It's got to be put in plastic and it's got to be shipped to me. Somebody got to catch fish. Fish got to be caught, iced, cut, fixed, and shipped to me. Let me ask you a question. You ever seen a square fish before? Which means these people are taking the waste of a fish and putting it together. It's called processing. For the people that are more educated, you right, slapping it together, processing you a piece of fish. Do you know how much tartar sauce costs? I gotta put vitamin, vegemin, and I gotta put all this stuff in a dresser and put it about and ship it here and slap it on the sand. And let me get, you want extra? Now, is there a charge for the extra? Same price. Which means I'm getting this stuff possibly at about 25 cents at cost for everything. Or someone is investing in this on the benefit of I'm going to make my money on another end. Maybe like when you start going to the hospital. It don't make sense to invest in something unless I'm eating. Either I'm eating at the front or the back. I can't afford to give you a sandwich and pay somebody at the register who got on a Janet Jackson control. Then the nigga it only makes sense if I gave you the sandwich with one bun in your hand. But the fact you want to wrap in a bag and you need a napkin? All this is associated cost. Just have a restaurant. There's no money in napkins. There's no money in ketchup. There's no money in mustard. This stuff is very expensive. We used to go get a box of ketchup. This was what? Spent when that was 2006? You remember that 2006? We bought a box of ketchup. Box of ketchup cost you about $36 for them little packets. Then you got to buy mustard. Then when you buy the hot sauce come in a box like that, about like that right now. That's $15. So a nigga come on, let me get some hot sauce. You get a nigga one hot sauce. I gotta charge. That's all cost you know. Cups and lids don't come together. You got to buy a cups and you buy lids. You have to buy straws. All this is a set. Listen, when we opened up, we set up stuff. We had a $5.25 lunch special. Man, I still a wing out of that. I can't pay that. I can't. Man, you start styrofoam, napkin, plastic bags, cup. Then you got to make lemonade or iced tea. I got to water this thing down. Make a gallon. Get 2 tons of water. You got to stretch it. It's like you cannot afford the cost. All right. That's why people go down. So when I look at what they buy it in bulk. Even at bulk, you still got costs. And then you got to pay people. What they paying even for? $10? And you got managers. They ain't paying 1 or 2 people. They got a crew. You running machine. You got lights on from 24 hours. Nights just running. There's no other way I can afford to give you that something for 99 cents. Unless my cost is about 25 cents per sandwich. Or I have investors that's actually pushing this because they're making their money on the other end. Somewhere else you going, we're making our money. That's the way it's going to make sense. Otherwise, it'll shut down. Don't make sense to show you no 99 cents. I ain't even had no million, especially that lit up. That stuff just about wrote in crayon. You better remember it. What you talking about? Cause I can't afford to give you no million like keep walking on with it. You better read that crayon thing sitting up in that window. I had a police officer when he said, you got a combo? I said, like what? He said something like ribs and chicken and wings and like a bird. I don't know what this man think about. Like nigga, where you seen a combo with barbecue rib, chicken wings, and hamburgers on it fried? Abuse of power. Like, what are you thinking? A combo. They were here the first and last visit. I can't afford to feed you like that. But I just say all that to tell you how the investment of America and how the investment that's being made in America is actually to keep you at a certain point of poverty. See, once we become conscious to realize that there is a conspiracy on keeping us down and keeping us from information, then we have to start to change the dynamics of how these people work with us. We have to be more conscious when it comes down to things that are offered and just given to us. What they call opportunity, based on what and where will these opportunities really land me at? How far can I really go? You don't go far with these white people. White people get black people, they'll let them go, you'll be right up under. You won't be over. They don't let them do that. Go find out how many niggas ever been the head of the FBI. They'll get special agents in charge. You ain't gonna be over. They ain't gonna know. If they let a nigga be chief police, they got a commission that come right over him. They'll give him so they're gonna put a white male. They're gonna keep something, always they're gonna be able to control a black man. You'll never get to the heights and the level where they're gonna get. When they let Obama get president, they knew can still control him. Between the Senate and the Congress, we can still block him. See, white people never let you get nowhere where you'll be a decision maker or you'll be able to sit around and you'll be able to control your destiny. They'll let a nigga go with them so far. After wait that time for you to go back. If some niggas can brag about they left the plantation, you didn't go that far. That's right. All the niggas, you know how many times we heard about, y'all know through history, we heard through history, black people escaping slavery. How many escaped and went back to Africa? That's what I thought. Don't take that long. Where your history book where a nigga escaped, went, got on a ship, and sailed back where he came from? No, he went to New York. He be free. Nigga, taxes and everything else. Come on back, nigga. He got all them weirdos on that subway. Come on back to the South. Get on where he come. Right back to the South. Isn't that right? Give me a real escape story. Where did they go? Escaping is getting away completely from under his control or his domination. To go to another region where he still rule. It's bad. They sold y'all off on the Union, made you think these people came and got together. South still do what they want to do. Federal government supposed to be the higher ranking over all these people. What Fed said supposed to be standing for everybody. These southern states show these folks anytime they want to. I don't care about what you say. You ain't gonna make me do nothing. That's right. That's right. The president got a military, so does the governor. That's right. Now, listen. These white folks have played up for the law to make us think we were, how y'all stay in the South? Them old racist crackers. Same one run the president. Yep. Jimmy Carter from the South. Yep. All they do is play you either way it go. The same people. Listen, you're not going to win. The North have been just as racist as the South. Yes, you got just as much discrimination. Yep. Eric Garner didn't die at the hands of no nigga. He died at the hands of New Yorkers. That Haitian was shot on the porch in New York. There wasn't nigga from the South. There were white folk from the North. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They make a fool out of us. We be sitting around hiding one place better than another. Baby boy, baby girl, you in America. Yep. You are in America. You can stand up to these people's flag. You can go and serve in their military. You can kiss their behind them. You can run in them voting booths. You in America. Yep. The option choice you're going to get is what he's going to give you. You're not going to pick your own candidate and put up there. You're going to get who he got. You know what's good about this? It's so beautiful. Anybody can run. Opportunity is there. Any one of you guys had an option because you had a freedom of America. But at a certain point in time, they're going to block you out. And they're going to put it down to 2 candidates. Now, you can go in that poll and write whatever you want to put in. They ain't going to knock that junk. This is who I gave you. Hello? It don't make no difference. These people do what they want to do. How many other people you think, let me get, Yahusha and Barbara were the only 2 criminals. Who did they give you? That's all I gave you. Them the only 2 people ever committed the crime. Hello? Cause then you popped up in 2 more on the side of them. Where were they at? They get these options I gave you. White people know how, listen, they know how to persuade you into voting a particular way. That's called persuasive voting. That's all they did. They persuaded you to vote a certain way. They told you what happened. All they did was got some, what we'll call them, lobbyists. Most of them don't know what lobbyists are. They don't know nothing about this stuff, do they? See, when they told you that the Pharisees came in, listen, F for Yahusha, listen, vote for Yahusha, get Yahusha. F for Yahusha, F for Yahusha. All right, we're going to take a vote. Everybody's a free will vote. You vote according to how you feel, the dictation of your heart. How many of y'all want Barabbas? How many of y'all want to crucify Yahusha? Wow, none of us, landslide, it's Yahusha. Lobbyists. Come in and you can cut deals. Y'all don't know lobbyists can have sex with you legally. See, you would call a prostitution, it's called a lobbyist. A lobbyist can do a lot of stuff. y'all didn't know nothing about that? Wait, but this is, huh? It's a title. Listen, these folks, listen. You don't know about words. White people play you. These people can do things without them actually dirtying their head by using lobbyists. Who can go into companies and go into people and can do things, and you can't ever tie my hand to it. Why we had these conversations? Where are we going with this? It's just bad that people wake up and think you really have a chance out here, and you don't, because the system truly was not designed for you. The reason you fell at this system, because it's not your system. You can't win when it wasn't designed. It wasn't designed for you to win. It was designed for you to fail. They know if, listen, when you build a roach motel, how many of y'all know about roach insect repellent killer? It's designed to do what? Kill and catch insect. You do, I know, I can't get all of them in here, Karen. Just enough. I already predict and already know that some's going to get away, but I'm looking at how many I'm going to take down. I'm going to lessen it. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to keep the number down. They don't need to wipe out and stink. All this stuff that they want to stink all black people, don't believe it. They don't. They just need to keep the number to a control. That would make it much sense if Pharaoh wanted to kill every nigga in Mizraim. And he was a nigga. He only needed to control it. They had enough males. He didn't say whatever came between their legs and kill it. I need to take out a certain amount of numbers of the males. At some point in time, they saw the need to kill the males. Certain points in time, just like wintertime, they keep a lot of housed up. Summertime, they'll shoot more of you. At a certain point in time, it's time to kill you. That's just being honest. They got to keep the numbers down. Don't you know they say you insect repellent? Do you know how dumb this would be to kill every insect when you need insect to transfer pollen? You need them to do the certain things that they do with other plants and to keep certain grass or certain weeds down. There are insects that are valuable to them because they'll eat certain particular weeds. Called population control. So they give you birth control and condoms. That's why it's only 99% effective and not 100. Because I do need some babies. I just don't need that many. How many niggas you know make condoms? Who makes them? Who sells them? Who buys them? Niggas. Oh, they use them too. That'll keep their number down. White people ain't into having all them kids like us. That's why they need to cut yours down. Just like they learned in Mizraim, it'll be that when their enemies come at them, that you might join with them. And that's why they got to keep your man count down.
Right, right.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
That's why they keep you down. Why y'all think they keep y'all in, they don't know it. Why y'all think they keep y'all in project, or they kept you in project? Keep the number down, keep it down. Where the white people stay at?
Wherever they want.
Yeah. To what they call the suburbs, uptown, stuff like that, and you stayed in the project. You didn't know they kept you. That ain't familiar to you? Because Yahusuf didn't stay where his Akeem stayed either. They put him in Goshen. Was it the worst of the land? The best of the land. That's funny. Because for some reason they tearing down all the project and they building suburbs in them. They call it retarded regentrification. How you regentrify a land that was supposed to be in the world? Now y'all knew about projects. All your building was spray painted, piss everywhere. Your stores were busted glass at homes, dilapidated, paint peeling off. You couldn't see no beauty that which you desire. But as soon as the cracker comes and he bulldozes it down and he builds it back up and he put trees and grass, you saying, what in the world? You had the best of the land. And he got you with the psychosis of, no, do not grow up. Get out the projects. The ghetto. Talking about the ghetto. The ghetto. He had to get you out. But the truth of the matter now, you asked to get out.
Yes, sir. Yep.
You asked to get out.
That's right.
This is how they program your mind and they make your condition. They can show you, I can put the nigga in the best place around, and all I gotta do is dirt up some buildings. But listen, bust a couple of windows out.
Right.
Kill some grass in the area. That nigga be fighting to get out of here. You know what I'm gonna do, man? I'm finna buckle down in school, man. I'm finna get off around y'all niggas. I'm finna get out of here. Soon as they go, white man move here, apartment, condo, 1 bedroom, $500,000. Nigga, man, I'm trying to get me one of them. Come right back and show you. Make you hate something. Because you think about it. He put you in a control system where it was going to happen. He already knew what you were going to do when he put you there. And he was going to use that against you to show how barbaric you were and how you torn up the city. And he can get a cry and a need for the people to say, just like I did in Mizraim, get you out of here. Get you out. Make you destructive there. And next thing you know, he done took it from you. Now you see how he moved all them niggas out in these little houses in these other areas and they put them out here. You don't hear about all this stuff no more, do you? Because all he did was put enough of you in a place, put enough news media and coverage on you, and made you think and programmed you to assume that you were so bad when you were together and you were in that place. Now he put you in a place that you don't hear nothing about them. Where all these crazy project killers at now?
Right. Right.
Well, these people should be setting up shop in these good neighborhoods they in.
Yeah, that's right.
All they did was sold dope in the project.
Right.
Or that what he showed you.
Right.
See, I tell y'all this and I told you before, we ain't never had original thought in our life. Everything that you thought or you judged have been suggestive. What else I'm gonna do if that's what you keep showing me on the news? That's what I see, you don't want to go in them projects. Shh. And the person 9 times 10 tell you, ain't even been in there themselves. That's what they heard. Oh, we ain't saying projects ain't raw. But a lot of the bad stigma that came from people on the outside. So now they felt like they got to act it out. Then you show them TV shows with it. And now they got to be a nigga trying to flip a pigeon. Nigga don't know about flipping no pigeon. We were flipping coin. You don't play with no pigeon. I get a pigeon, he out, but that nigga going into grease. They been letting no bird get away. A nigga? Hey man, listen, everything we got from TV. They put in our mind, they gave it to us. They brought dumb it, Mike tell you how flipping pigeon. I'm telling you, that's why when we come in, we have to consider. You have to consider where you come from and what type of system you're in battle with. If we're going to get better, if we're going to create better, then you got to acknowledge what are you in now? What's your present day state? And I always want you guys to be conscious before someone comes along and shoves a book in your face and start rehearsing or reciting something that they heard that they had actually put together or really conscious of or even believe. What do you believe? What a person tells me when it comes down to salvation, it's got to be conducive with my hope. Because that's everything I got is predicated on hope. And my hope is based on scripture. So I got to know, what do you believe? What's your, I'm just content any way it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to look at what got you to that point that nothing matters. What got you to that point that you don't want? Because everybody that we ever had, everybody came to the country, had something. Abraham came out, he had nothing. Had to be on the promise of getting more. Had to be on the promise of getting more. Even told me, listen, children was a barak and an inheritance. You know, right? Because through them, a strength. It's like an arrow. I can do more. Just like the more arrows I got, the more people I can shoot. The more I can put out. I ain't got but one. I got to make this one count. But I got a lot. I can shoot. They can go everywhere. So he told Abraham, look at the cuckoo bean. That's your descendants. He knew, listen, my fame going to go on. I'll live forever through them. White people got you back down. Yeah, want to be good. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to get a whole lot because children take up all your time. Children be the one come back and have to take care of you and put some time in you too now. And get you down to just one and one get taken and one fall, then you done. But do like Sandy. Get you about 7 of them moves. Right, many as you can get. Start stacking like a deck of cards. Get 52 of them. I'm just saying, we bought into a lot of psychosis. I'd rather just have one and just really spoil them and give them. I hear you talking. You would think Maureen would have been good with the one she had. Had the best one out of all of them you can get, couldn't it? Yep. Still bust out some more. Yep. You know what she looked at? They'll kill this one. Yep. They can't kill them all. Yep. Y'all think, why she wouldn't just tell they tell you the story, but think about growing up, folks didn't know you who she had no brothers and sisters. White folks tell you just them and little Jesus. Well, we ain't got no more kids, just us and Jesus. That's how they want to teach. That's how they want to get your mind. Because you got to look at this thing got to spread. You know what Abraham had his? Just like an arrow. He purposely put them in particular places. Right. Huh? He set them somewhere where they would be favored. He said, even when he said, you say, man, Abraham actually did that to his kid. He just sent them away from him. But he put them somewhere where they could still prosper. You know, Yehuda, when he said, Ukanai, he said he desired above all things that you might just barely make it, prosper, and hope you be sick. Be what kind? He wants you to be in good health. Even as, what was again? Why would he be concerned about that? As long as I got King Jesus, I don't need nobody else. He want me to prosper and be in good health. And want my nefesh to prosper. That means I need some information. That means I got to have a place. I got to be able to eat. There's a lot of things that are that's going to have to be conducive for this to happen. You can't just desire this. Then I'm going to have to be put somewhere intentionally. I'm going to be sad. You talking about me prospering? He could have never thought a miracle. Now I'm going to have to get to a place. Abraham prospered too when he got to the place of Canaan. Everybody prospered. Listen, there is a conspiracy to keep you with the mindset and frame of America. Everybody, that's why you get an education, so you can have stuff here. And you can build here. I had to take from here so I could build somewhere else.
That's right. That's right.
Who I learned that from? You're cold. They didn't heard him. He took all that Laban had. Who appeared to him. Go back to when you fled from your king Esau, and I'll be with you there.
That's right.
You got something. We can work together.
Yes, sir.
Nobody want no broke nigga.
Nope.
Don't let these folks sell you on that. Why ain't come to me with broken out?
Yep. That's right.
Came to him, he had something, told him where to go.
Yes, sir.
And I'll be with you there.
That's right.
He had to build. How are we going to build? I told you, nobody getting unless you tell. Listen, America is not designed for you to have nothing. And America still be prosperous. America designed for America to have something and only a few.
That's right.
Majority white, only a couple of you.
That's right.
Because in order for you to have, and you look at the money and how it's structured and how it's put out, that means somebody else white going to come up short.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. They'll let an Asian come on here and they'll get benefit and they'll set him up for they'll set me up.
Yes, sir.
He ain't a threat.
That's right.
They'll set a Mexican up, they'll swim over and touch the ground. They'll set a Cuban up there.
Yes, sir.
They ain't going to do it for me.
Not gonna do it.
White man ain't going to sign no bill and make nothing, no legislation, no law to give me nothing.
Nope.
You swim on here, anything happen to you, tell your story. America going to cut you a check. They ain't going to do it for me.
Not gonna do it.
You come in here and put a 5-point satanic star in your hand and come with a tam on your head, America gonna get you all your money and retribution and more than what you lied about that you claim somebody took.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell the truth and ain't got nothing on me. He ain't gonna cut me no check.
Ain't gonna cut you no check.
He'll cut me down, but he won't cut me no check.
That's right.
Cause he already know what I'm gonna do. I know who I am.
Yes, sir.
My whole goal when we come here, you need to know who you are.
Yes, sir.
That way you'll know what belongs to you.
That's right.
You need to know why he won't help you, why he won't sign no bill, why he won't really emancipate you.
Come on.
He'll use words and try to tell them to you, but you don't actually fit the definition of those words.
Right. Right.
Hello, an American, liberty, rights, and constitutional amendment, you never got them.
Never got it.
Never got them. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
That's right.
That's just some of me. All right, we try to move on. I be tired. I'm just tired of folks making a fool out of it. Last thing he do, he not gonna do it for me. It ain't because I'm the worst, because he know I'm the best he ever seen with
That's
it.
right.
He ain't gonna never let me know all the rules. He ain't gonna never let me call no shot, because he already know how it gonna work out. Hello?
That's right.
All right, so we try to get ready to move on. I don't know what y'all do with it. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir. Sir.
We'll just go ahead and teach you, just leave us alone. I can't leave it alone. It's in me.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Listen, ain't nobody been more loyal to this man's country than I been.
Nobody. Nobody.
When I was going to go in that man military, I would have killed everything that came against it. I wasn't going to go in there and tell him and go in there and say, let no enemy loose. I'd have went there and I'd have held every secret he told me. I'd have done it for him.
Yep. That's right.
And I found out he lied to me.
That's right.
Isn't that right? I felt he lied to me. I would have dedicated myself to that man. I believe in that man's dream and hope and everything he had. I've done it. We've been more dedicated to that man than anybody ever been he ever seen. And he'll withhold good things from us. And we won't even come back and we won't hold that man guilty. We need to put this man on trial for his evil deeds and his wrongdoings.
That's right.
They don't tell me how he sat back and Trump don't withheld foreign aid and aid that's supposed to been already getting approved by Congress to try to help Ukraine. What about the aid that already been approved and promised to give me my 40 acres and our mule?
That's right.
Why didn't we try that bastard?
That's right.
The hell I care about Ukraine getting no money.
That's right.
Hell, the crane done fell on me over him.
That's right.
And then get this damn crane off of me.
That's right.
Crazy no taxpayer money time about a foreign white country. Who got the money?
Yep.
Nigga, I hope Trump go to jail. I hope the bastard go to jail and get my 40 acre and my mule.
That's right.
I could have flipped it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Could have flipped that thing.
Yes, sir.
Got me a couple of them blocks, filled them keys,
Yes, sir.
brought them things down and flipped them and made them and blow them up and double them up.
Yes, sir.
Brought them things down in some dimes, swole up.
Yes, sir.
All that be gold.
Yes, sir. That's right.
I'd have built all us out.
Yes, sir.
Paid all us out.
That's right.
I'd have done something with it. Man gave me nothing. Isn't that right? Gave me nothing. I know y'all said wrong, sell drug. Don't go buy no more pharmaceutical stuff. Don't get no more cough medicine.
That's right.
Don't you dare go to no store and get another one.
That's right.
Don't you take another aspirin.
That's right.
All that stuff drug your mind and make your mind think pain ain't happen.
Yep. That's right. That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
Pulled up, messed us up, man, sit around and put up and got a war on it and then got it in Walmart, got it in Walgreens, got it in CVS.
That's right. Every corner.
Everything you need to make Christmas, the man said it right here in your face. Kroger's.
That's right.
Lock it behind the glass, make you give me ID just to get it. Leave it where it's at.
That's right.
Time for our people to get country. Stop playing that man game. We need to do just like the man done said. The man gave us the lead for the healing of the nation. Man, I came and took it and done made some synthetic stuff and gave it to it and messed us up. Everything he give us, we gonna have to follow some after effect that's gonna take us down. It be just like how you get through command guitar. It's good while you're doing it, but once you're finished, you got the retribution coming behind it.
That's right.
Adam number I already found out what happened when you get something unsubscribed by Mr. Yahuwah. You're gonna pay for it later.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that right? When let the man gave him something synthetic, gave him something Elohim hadn't described, and look what happened to him. Couldn't even enjoy being butt naked again. Had to go get some European clothes.
That's right.
Isn't that right? Y'all don't want to talk about that. I'll mess you up now. It's right though, it's real. If nothing else, if we can save another $2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all to save another. I want you to be conscious. I want you to be somewhere where y'all grow up, you can be free and be respected.
That's right. That's right.
And not because of your color, because you're a human being.
That's right.
I wouldn't treat a white man wrong because he's white.
That's right.
I treat him wrong because he won't treat me right.
That's right.
Isn't that right? I wouldn't treat a man wrong because he's Asian or because he's Hispanic. I treat him wrong because he's Hispanic and he's Asian and he treat me wrong.
That's right.
I do like Shamshun, like he did unto me, I did it unto him.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't dare tell you to hate nobody because of their color. You do just like Martin Luther King said, but the hypocrite didn't do it. You judge every man by the content of his character.
That's right.
I don't watch the American character enough to know he ain't right.
Right.
It don't take long to watch the man and figure. I haven't watched the man for hell almost 51 years.
That's right.
He ain't done right yet. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna try to move on. I have a dream today. Better stop that stuff. Remember, I go rape somebody. We sit in prison. Y'all all right? All right, we're gonna get ready to try to move on. All right, Malcolm, you ready? You got your towel. You got to blow right. Last night I hear I'm struggling, praying. You ready? All right. All right. Eternal Kudashaba in the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach, we palau before your pani. Ask you to look down upon those that are the Adah, not only here in this Malkum, but those that are in divers different Malkums, those that are in precarious situations, those in dire stressed needs, those that are calling upon you out of a pure Lord. Ask you to acknowledge us for your own. Ask you to purify us by your dabarim, to let your debar that it might marshal and shah over our basar and over our nafash. Ask you to yielding or allowing us to yield forth the pari of shalom. Asking you to search us, to try us, to see if there be any rasha, the rock. Cast it from us and lead us into your rock everlasting. Ask you to barak those that are gone astray, those that are taken from us, especially our yardless, our teenagers, our young adults, that you will recover them before it's everlasting too late. Ask you to barak those that are still here among us, that you will keep them, and you will keep them until you trust. We ask you to barak those that are married, single, and separated, those that are sick and afflicted, those on the edge of despair, midst of doubt, behind prison walls, those that are captive, those that are going through the storms of Kai, those that have been afflicted. Ask you to barak those we commit to you, to ask us to palau with them and for them, though we commit to your shem, that you might barak them and give them their lost desire. We ask you to make us perfect, complete, entire, lacking nothing. We palau that you would halal us into the Darak, unto the Arak, unto your Malkum, that you might grant us a belt to see your pani. We say the Tahalim, the Hadu is unto Yahushua HaMashiach, for the Kai that he ransomed, that he might be testified about in due time. We ask you to let us be that manifestation, that are or in a kashak place, that Anashim and Ashah might see and they might acknowledge your will. We allow that we be the arm that you're calling for in these last and these Rasha Yamin. We ask as we prepare to move further that you search us and try us. See if there be any Rasha Diraq. Cast it from us and lead us in the Uraq everlasting. Let the bar of our paw, meditation by Lord be accepted in your sight. And as we prepare to move further in this service, we palal that you take full control. That you get the Tahalim, the Kabud, and the Kabad. In the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach, we palal. Let us all say, Amen. Yeah, now. Talk to y'all a little bit here. I want to be right. I want to be right. I want to be real. I want to be ready. I'll get the board out just in case. Oh, yeah. Now, come on. Need another pen. Probably need another. Got another one. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Think it's up. Don't you let nobody. That's right. Don't you let nobody. Whatever y'all do, don't you let nobody turn you around.
That's right.
Where your feet supposed to be at?
Solid ground.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're using. This is our base. Isn't that right? Isn't that our base? Yeah, no. Listen to the bow.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime
Whatsoever things are written aforetime,
were written for our learning,
they were written for our learning,
that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Whatsoever things are written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So, all aha dabarim 11 13 We talked about that last night. Let's see something. Husha, Hosea, they'll call it. 6 and 1. Malachi, they'll call it 3 and 5. Let's see something. All our Hadabarim 11, 13. Yeah, you fine. 11 and 13. So whatsoever things are written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through patient comfort of the scripture might have hope, right? He told her, hope make it not ashamed.
That's right.
So it makes sense that whosoever should call upon the name of, say that right quick. See if they're 10 since I've been quoting 10 and 12. Romans 10 and 12. Because I don't think it's a real clear understanding on some things. Let me say. Listen to the book.
For there is no difference.
10 and 11. Listen.
For the Sepher saith,
Excuse me.
whosoever believeth on him
Continuing. We talked about that, didn't we? So we understand that. Do what?
shall not be ashamed.
Tell them why, son.
For there is no difference between the Yehudi and the Greek.
What happened?
For the same Adon
Is
over all
it's what?
is rich unto all that call upon him.
You know, I just thinking about that. I guess I kind of just thinking in my mind. I look at like Abraham is what they would call the father, the Abba of Amunah, which you'll tie into your hope. Then you look at Abraham made confederacy with some men that were currently living in the same region, which would tell me that these men had to have the same Amunah. Just because of the type of person Abraham was.
Right.
Abraham even had the Ben of Heth, the Benim of Heth, the children of Heth. They were in the land where he were. And when it came down to Sarah, when she moved, they offered to give him the cave.
The land. That's
They
right.
told him just add. They said, listen, you right here. He wouldn't take it.
That's right.
He would not take it. He wanted to pay him for it.
That's right.
Which tell me he felt like it could come back to him.
Mm-hmm.
It could come back up dealing with you.
That's right.
But the men that he took with him to go into battle, he didn't tell them he didn't want them to go. Because I don't want you to come back and say you helped me. But if we have the same Amunah,
Right.
according to it's written, then you can go with me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was that particular. He wouldn't let them give him a cave. I would definitely look at who I choose to go fight with me. Because I wouldn't want no stuff to come up with you later. Nigga, I'm the one to help y'all. Nigga, come fight with me. I'm trying to get these help. Why was he? I mean, it's a cave. Typically, you ain't gonna go take the dead body back out and throw it on the ground. You're like, hey, but he looked at, I'd rather pay you for it. Because I do not want this to come back up. And I take that from how Abraham was, but yet he was willing to let these men go fight with him. Which tell me that he would, and I would take that, just kind of look and say it's no different, but the same Yahuwah or Adon is rich unto all that call upon him. Because Abraham was known to be rich. What kind of friend would rich people have?
Rich friends.
Go figure.
Yes, sir.
Go figure. Dwelling and being with Abraham, it just fueled that. Look at Lut. He took Lut with him when he left.
That's right.
Lut was struggling.
No, sir. Much substance.
He was rich. So it tells me what is the association of people with Abraham. So what type of friends are he going to get and he going to make leagues and make commitments with? I got your back, you got my back. You look out for me, I'm going to look out for you. Somehow to me, you help me. Somehow I'm going to help you. You're only going to make that with people before I can do the same or benefit.
That's right.
Ain't that right? You got to be able to reciprocate. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I mean, go figure. So that, when I listen to that, and I heard it years ago, for whosoever should call upon it, 10 and 11 again, whosoever should do what?
For whosoever shall call upon the Shem of the Adon shall be saved.
Is that 10 and 10? I mean 10 and 11? He just read 10 and 12. They do what he want to do. Go ahead.
For the Sepher saith,
Hold on for a minute. Stop. Nope. I looked there and sex didn't even come up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
for the
Go ahead.
Sepher saith,
Did I say
whosoever,
read? Go ahead. 10 and 11. Listen.
for the Sepher saith,
So first saying it.
whosoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed.
So, just listen to that. And I talked about it. That means, when you call on God's name, you're not supposed to be ashamed. You're supposed to be proud to call on God. That's where they led us, but that's not what it was talking about. It was talking about him not making them ashamed.
Right.
Hello?
That's right.
That's what it was talking about. Listen what 1 and 14 tell us in the book of Romans. 1:14. Listen to the book.
I am debtor both to the
Debtor.
Greeks
See that? And the book just told you it was no different. Listen.
and to the barbarians.
And the barbarian. I'm kind of curious on using Greek. Would that really just kind of associate them, or would it associate other nations?
Right.
As far because you had rule, a lot of people on the Greek rule. You know what I'm saying? Versus just people thinking the Greek and the Abari or the Greek and Hebrew the same. That one makes sense. They're not.
Right.
We were slaves. We were bond. We were abadim to these people.
Right.
Our own mouth, we put ourselves in that commitment. We did that. We made that mess. Y'all know that?
Yeah.
We put our own self in this mess with these people.
That's
When
right.
people did something for us, we felt that we owed them, that we would make ourselves indentured to them. No, we did that. Let me say that. See that Barashith? Barashith. See if it's 40. See if it's 40, 45, 45. See if it's 45 and 6. Y'all work with me a little bit, all right? I ain't got no script. Well, I want to say, see, they got us on that. When we heard script, we automatically thought something written down. Script was a bag.
That's right.
You know what? Amazingly, see, white people got us. They got us, man. They got us. They got us. Because you know what we do? Then we come to see, man, you got that bag on. What we call that thing?
Purse.
A merce. That's merce, man. A man purse. Man, I ain't finna wear that junk around looking like no woman. But they had them.
Yeah. That's right.
They actually had them. Dawg had a shepherd bag. You
That's
gonna
right.
call it? You walked up and you called Dawg the sister?
No, sir.
He want to know what that English word, but I guarantee you explained it, and he knew what it was. That was gonna be your last time gonna come out your mouth. You wasn't gonna say it twice. When he asked you, Aubrey, what you saying, you'd explain it, and you would told him lexicon English. And when he got that, you just call him a sister. They're not gonna. And he look at you and you look like a bear, or a lion, or Goliath.
That's right.
We know how they gonna go, right?
That's right.
But then they got us to where we started saying sissy, and now you have to ask yourself, the problem was, did women have them?
Right.
Because we weren't supposed to wear nothing that pertained to a woman.
That's right. That's right.
So we actually the one that had them.
That's right. That's right. Come on.
But see, then they got us and they put all the fancy stuff on. They start packing tissue and everything in there and makeup. So we didn't look at that, man. We didn't have no makeup.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No lipstick in there. They had them because Dawg had to take up stone. And the book said he put them in his script.
That's right.
Yahushua told the apostle to take their script with them.
That's right. That's right.
First thing when I read, years ago, you look at now, when we heard before, a script was, like you say, read the manuscript or the scripture.
Right.
So we just naturally started, so what else could he be talking about script? He was telling them to take, so now you just justify a man taking a written message. Even Jesus told him to take their script with them. See, the apostle, they wrote up their lessons too, and they carried them with them. So people just naturally just led us all based off of what does it sound like. I guess the word we would kind of use, or what they use on us is, let me say, what's you say? Scripturous. That's it. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. That man said scripture.
Idiom.
Idiom.
That's right.
And that's where when you hear something, it doesn't actually relate to what it says.
That's right.
Like if I lost consciousness right now and I never gained consciousness, what I just do? I kick the bucket.
Idiom.
That's an idiom.
Idiom.
That makes no
right.
sense.
That's right.
How did you associate kicking a bucket with me dying?
Right.
So white people gave you stuff and told you script, you just naturally associated to writing. That's why you come in. I just show you how it's easy to make a fool out of you. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to fire somebody, so they the next one on the chopping block.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just give you stuff and you just don't. And you just take it and it just show you how. Do you understand that the word means that it has absolutely no connection to what you're talking about?
Nope.
And this is how they made a fool out. You just go and say that. How many times you say, man, they kicked the bucket. You heard it or you used it. Or you know what? Who next on the chopping block?
Yep.
That's for some other butcher.
Yep.
But you don't think anything of it. But don't you know white people already have a word made up for these psychosis when they give them to you to let you know you are so dumb that I have you using things or sayings or speech or phrases that have absolutely nothing to do with what's going on. That's why I'm pissed. I am pissed. Because why? I mean, you're like, I don't really care about nothing. They ain't important to me. It is that if they took time to define it, then they purposed it.
Right.
It'd be different. They said we don't have a definition for it, so you hadn't thought into it. The fact that I created a word and I given it a definition, then I get you and I have you using the phrase. What am I trying to accomplish? I have you using things that have absolutely no association with what you're talking about. I get that jet me. That jet me, huh?
Nope.
See, I had to look at stuff when you can pre-plan to that magnitude and you can set up, this is something people do on a general, on average. And there's no thinking. So it's like the person that came up and invented this, what was your purpose of this?
Exactly.
That I can create a society of people that don't realize that you say things that have absolutely no bearing or connection to what you're really talking about. Like Jesus Christ and Yahushua. It's translation.
Played.
But it works for you, huh? Let me see. Oh no. Look up the lexicon Greek. Prophet. Because I told you before, you look at a lot of this stuff people give us, we don't really. I also put the definition for idiom so they can write it. I don't want y'all to just take what I told you. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
The only way to break out of this stigmatism we have, that's sometimes when they give people glasses, those of y'all that have prescribed glasses, prescription glasses, they gave them to you because they told you had a stigmatism. Correct? So the glasses were given to you to try to correct the stigmatism. So it would kind of better your sight. They blinded us. They gave us a stigmatism. So they did the very opposite of what they did to people they gave glasses to. Well, they came in and then they would put people say, oh man, why my lens like that? They said, because it was corrective lenses. They were trying to correct some defaults they felt like that should have been fixing your eyes. That's what Yahushua did to the man when he came and he put the mud on his eyes and the spittle. He was using corrective lenses. So you could see things the way he needed you to see them. That's what they did. The man saw right. Actually, what he did, he told you. He said, I saw unashamed. And he said, well, blurry? He said, look like trees walking. That's what he told you. Then Yahushua came back and said, I need you to see it something else. That's all they did. When you saw correctly, they came in and gave you a stigmatism. That's not what I need you to see right now. He never said the man saw wrong, did he? He just came in, just readjusted. I came along, Christian, you said, see the man that see quite right. And Jesus had to come along and anoint his eyes again. Just do correct the lenses on him. He never said nothing was wrong with what he saw. You are a tree.
That's right.
Ox.
That's right.
Isn't that right? Have family unity. You even talk about a family tree.
Yep. You're right.
You know what I mean? Everything is the man didn't see wrong. Sometimes it's just in time. It ain't for everybody. And just show how people can come along and lead you to see what they want you to say. Hello? A lot of people led blindly and don't know it. And a lot of times these people lead you right to your death and you don't even know it. Right to your captivity. You don't even see it.
Yeah.
Hold you guys. See if that the book of Beth. See if that's Beth Malachi. I think they call it 2 King, chapter 6. See if that about verse 12. Malachi. I'm sorry, I said Malachi. Plural YM. 6 and about 12. Listen to the book.
And one of the Abadim said, None my Adon, O Malak, but all Yasha, the Nabi that is in Yasharal, telleth the Malak of Yasharal, the Dabarim that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. And he said, Go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him.
Did you might do what?
That I may send and fetch him.
Send and fetch him?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. What happened?
And it was told him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host. And they came by Layla and compassed the city
It would be a
about.
sabut. Host would be sabut. Because it would represent an army. They'll make it sound like some people coming, like some meet and greet people.
Right.
What happened?
And when the Abad of the Ish of Elohim was risen early and gone forth, behold, a Sabuth compassed the city both with horses and chariots.
To that army? Listen.
And his Abad said unto him,
What?
Alas, my Adon, how shall we do? And he answered, Yara not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them.
Listen.
And all Yasha Palal and said, Yahuwah, I Palal thee, open his eyes, that he may see.
So they were blind?
No, sir.
That's crazy, having eyes, and you didn't see that? He just asked Yahuwah to open their eyes. And what happened?
Open his eyes that he may see.
And what happened?
And Yahuwah opened the eyes of the young Ish, and he saw, and behold, the Har was full of horses and chariots of fire
See
round
that?
about all Yasha.
Listen what happened.
And when they came down to him, all Yasha Palal unto Yahuwah and said,
I couldn't imagine.
Smite this arm, and I Palal thee with blindness. And he smote them with blindness
And what happened?
according to the debar of all Yasha.
And what happened?
And all Yasha said unto them,
What did he say?
This is not the way, neither is this the city. Follow me, and I will bring you to the Ish whom ye seek. But he led them to Samaria.
See that? See that? Gave him a stigmatism. Gave him stigmatism. They didn't even know where they were going. They asking for somebody and they talking to him.
That's
And
right.
they wanted to go one place, he led them another place.
That's right.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
That's how it works. He can open your eyes or blind them. And that's what America done learned. When these people done read your book, these people done played well enough, these people know how to use you, not make a fool out of us. They know how to make a fool out. They come back and they'll redress or change something up and give it back to us. And that they know, we just automatically assume that's how it always been.
That's right.
And that's just how it is. I don't know why we don't question everything these
That's
people
right.
give us.
That's right.
It's everything they give us questionable because it's
Everything.
been an intent.
That's right.
The intent of bringing blacks to America, those that they brought and the others that they invaded on that were here, was to get free, cheap labor
Yeah.
without a high expense. Nothing has changed. That's how you built it. Now explain to me how you keep it. The same way you built it. The same way you built it is how you keep it. If I can just get our people to get conscious enough to realize this book is very dangerous. If you don't have somebody to walk you through it and make sure that you're careful about what you're ingesting, because it can send you all spiraling, and before you know it, you have the love of God in your heart.
Yeah. That's right.
You will have the love of God and the fear of Jesus Christ.
That's right.
You show solidarity to a person that put you in solitude.
That's right.
That's how dumb we are. You have solidarity to someone that has put you in solitude.
Crazy.
That makes you a moron.
That's right.
We have been morons for years.
Yes, sir.
And we've never taken solidarity with ourselves.
That's right. That's right.
Let's go over what we say. Niggas can't do nothing together, man. Niggas make me sick. Why niggas can't work together? Because that's not what the white man put you together to do.
Come on. That's right.
What the white man did when he brought you over, he purposely kept you and sold you separately.
Yes.
That there would be no real communication among you. I'm from one tribe. He's from a tribe. He's from a tribe. He's from a tribe. He's from. How many of y'all think y'all tribe less than my tribe? How many of y'all feel like y'all tribe better than my tribe? I feel like my tribe better than your tribe. So how are we gonna get together? The book said we can't walk together except we be agreed.
That's right.
Problem we got, all of us feel like our tribe better than others. I'm not talking about the matah of Yasharal. It's the fact when we came over, we didn't come over knowing tribe of Yasharal. We
Right.
came over Mandingo.
Right.
We came over with other names from other islands.
Right.
And when they brought us over, these people did not bring us over straight from no Jerusalem.
No.
When they got up, we were already dispersed out.
That's right. That's right.
So we already had bought into the psychosis that we were from that island, and that's what we were native to.
Right.
So we came up with that culture.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It wasn't the work you brought us straight from Jerusalem.
No, sir.
We'd have put too much together.
That's
when
right.
you brought us back from some island, you brought us from some other region, and we had bought into that hype and that knowledge. It'd been easy to transfer us. We did it, but everybody that got us has transferred us over.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody got us transferred us over. Hello?
That's right.
Let's look at some. Greek. I just kind of jumped off on this. We'll come out now with Bar Sheet 45 and 6 I call. Let's look at this Greek lexicon. Lexicon Greek. Prophets. Tees. Tees. I put oh. Whoa. Just kind of breaking it down. They just do it in the phonics. Prophetess. That's what they would call their prophets. Y'all see it? I just kind of did what they call what it. Let's see. Prophetess. Okay. Let's look and see what the Greeks say about it. Make it smaller. What is this right here? Blue letter Bible? Huh? Why? No, I want to just do lexicon. I want to see blue letter Bible. I want to see blue tassels. What was that? Why you put strong? Lexicon. Greek. Put S, that's fine. Let's say Amazon. I don't know what that. That's Bible Hub. Foreteller or divine will. This is different. Go up. Let me see something. The Greeks should tell us that. What is this anyway? This Grub Hub? Poet, combine no. Tell events, a prophet, one who speaks for Yahuwah or for a false god. Yeah, one who foretells events for a false god. This still ain't what I want. I don't know what y'all getting back there. I don't know. Study like. All right, let's see. Slide down. Let me say. Come back. In Greek writing, an interpreter of oracles or of other hidden things. The Greeks are telling you what their definition of it is, and what they're telling you this is not in Abari. So if I'm going looking in the Greeks are telling me this is their term. This is what they do. This saying in Greek. This is not saying the Greeks study of the Hebrews or the Abarim. The Greeks are telling you this is our definition.
Right.
And it's an interpreter of oracles or of other hidden things. One who's moved by the Spirit of God. Problem, we got spirit, we got a problem with gods, but the Greeks don't. I know y'all might say it don't make sense. I'm not that into it, but you got to pay attention to people. You're not, this is you. I'm not Greek.
Right.
I'm not Greek. They're Greek. So the Greeks are telling me this is what they do. They have interpreters. Let's look at what oracles are. Since we're here. I want their Google. Go to Google. And the reason why I want y'all to kind of look at stuff like this, because I don't want y'all to just take it when you see a definition of something because somebody says is scripture or is strong or is none of these people are us. Alexander Strong is not us.
That's right.
These are white people that sat down based on their studies, exhausted. This is what he put. It's called Strong has an exhaustive word. You know what I mean when you're exhausted. So I'm supposed to take it because he said this far as he can go. Do you know what I mean? People use this and preachers go and tell you they use the Strong because this is the exhausted Strong. This is far as Strong could go. Strong ain't, he did not know definer for me.
That's right.
So when I go through his definitions or his word, I got to make sure I look and see, does it really line and make sense for what I'm doing? The man telling me in Greek, in their language, in their culture, this is what a prophet is. So I'm not Greek. So now you're going to try to tie it and say, this is what my people do. For us, we know a Nabi is somebody that flows, steady flows. Let me see, did we get oracles? We ain't found this yet. What do we need to look at? Do we need to look at etymology? Etymology. I want, before we get, we'll get Google. Let's see what Google said too. We don't want to act like we discriminate, do we? We ain't trying to hide from that, is we?
No.
We want, if something right, it's right, ain't it?
It's right.
I don't want us to put that everything Greek is wrong, everything Latin is wrong, which it is, but I mean, I want to be a free enough thinker. I want you a free enough thinker that you don't go and take the judgment of now because they're not of color, that they're just automatically wrong. We don't want to do that. We just don't want to get pushed into a corner to take something because you tell me that's your culture. Your culture dominated my culture. It conquered my culture. It lied and it imprisoned my culture. So I know there's no associating my culture to your culture there end that I'm taking every definition you got for what you use. It doesn't make sense for me. So, oracle, a priest or priestess acting as a medium through whom advice or prophecy was sought from the gods in classical antiquity, which is just antique. See all the old boy, stop it. How many of y'all don't use antiquity? Antique. He always trying to make you look down, and then the first thing you think, oh, he's smart. They're not smarter than you.
That's right. That's right.
When you're dumb and they tell you the meaning, you still don't know.
That's right.
It's your words you made up. Tell me what your meaning is. I can tell you then, okay, if it makes sense or not.
That's right.
Stop letting people make you think you're stupid because you don't know every word definition. You've never heard the word before. Tell me what the definition is. I'll tell you where it goes.
That's right.
Be different. I hear the word, hear the definition. I still don't know. Now you might be running up on a dummy. You might be running up on the dummy then. What's oracle? This is what it is. This is Greek or this is Google? Google. Oh, okay. What's a place in which divine advice or prophecy was sought? So let's go back. Let's see what. Okay, yeah. Etymology. So this word derived in the 14th century. A message from a God expressed by divine inspiration through a priest or priestess, same thing, in answer to a human inquiry, usually respecting some future event from Old French oracle, temple, house of prayer, oracle, and directly from the Latin oraculum. I guess that's right, all right. Oraculum. Y'all go along with that?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so if I ain't get up, what y'all do? Ain't gonna be your friend no more? You ashamed of me? So we know it's a French word, Latin word, Romans. Divine announcement, oracle, place where oracles are given from. Or is that A-R-A-R-E? Or what is it? Is this a U? Is that a U or A? Oh, that's a, yeah, A. Or rare. So probably you take this off, rare.
Where?
Makes sense from rare. To pray, to plead, to beseech, orate, with material, instrumental, suffix. C-U-L-O, colo. That's the suffix, ending. So let me find out what colo is. C-U-L-O. I'm curious. They done broke it down to a suffix. I don't know why. Y'all mind we find out why? That's not right.
Yes, sir.
I called it wrong.
That's right.
Y'all ashamed of me?
No, sir.
I don't know what it was. Culo? Oh, you're Spanish. Oh, it's Spanish. No, he's Spanish. Let me see. What is it? What it mean in Spanish? Oh, that means ass in Spanish. Well, so I need to know that because he speaks Latin. He's Latin. Yeah, I didn't know that. You fine. That's good. So it means ass. C-U-L-O. Culo. So when folks be saying kudos, I want they trying to say ass. It might be something. That's not know what culo is. Culo. Now listen, that's important because them say this. He's of Spanish descent, Latin. So you see in the word, it tell you that the word derived from Latin. That just shows one. What is that?
It's still a vulgar word in Spanish.
Well, that's all right. Put it up there. Don't be scared of it. We ain't write it.
That's right.
No, I mean, this is what we got. This is what we got to do. He fine. See, he told you meaning but ass or ass.
Yep.
But see, this is what I'm telling you about. This is what I tell you about when I do stuff. I'm a little different. I'm looking this up, which I ain't look this stuff up. Okay, this is what I don't do. I don't let people just lead me and take me. It was a reason why I knew. I just look at, and the man just told me suffix. I know suffix is the end of something. So you broke this down for what reason? I'm looking at it as one word.
Right.
So you just told me it's a suffix. So you've combined two words together.
For a reason.
So now I need to find out why would you specify it was a suffix? Y'all wanted, you just kept going. That's why I need to know. So when you said you were fine for that, I want to know. It wasn't, they haven't thrown me out. They put ass up there. So basically, I'm looking at these people sitting around talking about ass.
That's right. That's right.
Why would they say it's a suffix? Versus it's one word, and I broke it down. I created it my own. When he laughed, he knew automatic being Latin of descent. Sandy, you knew that too. Sandy be knowing a little bad word. I'm white Sandy. I said, damn it. You want some culo? Man itself, y'all better be glad we on a commercial. No, I'm just saying, it just shows you how we've been duped. People sit in the church and you sing stuff and people walk around and you doing things the whole time, you're being played.
That's right.
That's how I look at stuff. I don't just let people on the side. I got to look at why would you. All I'm thinking is when as soon as I saw it, why was he breaking it down? He said it's a suffix. I know an ed. I know an ing. I know other different little ends he put on. So why would he tell me it was a suffix? Typically we knew suffix. What we knew ed, ings. Now he just told me that culo was a suffix. So that's the ending part there. So I need to go back and pay attention to what he's doing and what I'm saying. Now he's told me one thing, but now he's telling me this word is actually two words put together, or this is an ending put onto a word.
Right.
It makes sense because we always tell you when we have something, and I tell you something, you come in a minute and say, so you know what I say? You done come in and got the ass end of it.
Yep.
Most of these people sit in church, even in our people, they're so afraid of this stuff. You don't realize you're being played all the time. I don't use them words because the oracles of God is in me. The ass. Now say I got the ass end of it. And then you think you know something. He done played you to look at the book and don't go further in the book. Just take what he showed you in strong and lexicon. He's exhausted. And that's all you need. We ain't tired and we just went through it right quick and then went further.
Yep.
Now why Stone couldn't tell you this?
That's right.
Now how tired y'all live from this? Sorry and I took Google. It don't matter what he got. He give it to me. I'll take it. I can show him. He'll mess you up.
Yep.
And the thing what's good about what we're doing, you get to see it for yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Not let somebody just lead you into something. That's the thing I told you. We got to stop being led by somebody and make sure that's what we see.
That's right.
So let's look at the prefix, because you got a suffix, then you got a prefix. Can you have the suffix and not have the prefix? Or it really is kind of no value. You're kind of going to need the prefix too, right? Let's see. So what's the first part of it? So we're going to say, so we got the kulo. Or I know rare. So now you can look at a rare ass. I mean, come on. Y'all don't want to take that? We know if you take it all rare, right? And white folk goes first time they go and order something, you want to give them stay what they want. Rare. Now I want to find out what's going on. Well, I appreciate y'all back there working. And don't you want to know? Listen. Eventually, the reason why we're looking at a lot of this stuff, because eventually we will transfer from this book, and we'll use this book, and we'll parallel it, but it won't actually line up when we go back and start to look at what scripture, the writings does tell us, versus what we've been reading. That not important to y'all?
Yes.
Y'all are just move when I tell y'all to move and not just try to just run off on your own. Yeah. We look at something. Okay. We'll see. So we find oral, archaic. Here we go again. This shit. Stuff. Oh, just tell us. Oh, quit saying this stuff. Cause you get the. How many of y'all knew what archaic was? I know I told you before. Before I told you. What year it was in? How many of y'all using in speech? These folks that made this stuff up. You went to a nigga college. I know you ain't used it. You used it when you left that nigga college, did you? I know you didn't use that nigga college. What you got a nigga college tell us a keg? All the nigga know was keg or beer. You don't use no word like egg. Yeah, you don't use archaic. But I'm just saying, on average, the one thing you won't find, the word is not actually used anymore because a lot of these words are obsolete. Okay, so you can use it, but you won't hear white people use archaic simply for the fact it's obsolete. You don't use that in common speech today. Okay, these people they'll update their information. By the time if you use it, you behind. How many white people you talk to use archaic? They'll just call you barbaric or antiquated. White people don't use archaic. That's by the time a nigga learns something, white folk been through with that stuff. They be thinking it's new. So we look at archaic. Intransitive or orate, to give a speech about ass. I told you it's got to be talking ass. Synonym, what is a parera? Literally, I don't get it. Transitive, to pray, beg for that ass. That's a big, and if folks you tell you, I got some can. Let me get you some. No, with your begging ass. See what I'm saying? It's funny, but you know why we need to sound look at it? Because now we're looking. Now he told you now that you had a suffix, so we adding something on to begging, praying, asking. Then he told you that the suffix was as. Now he done translated over and used this in your writings and told you to sit around and take this, and this relates to you and the servitude toward who you serve. Huh? What's that? Pigmama said that 2 Peter, they call it 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 18. That's a stuff, right? I just look at that. Beth Cuff. They call it 2 Peter. I just want to make sure we understand it. One 18. They ain't gonna break out with a word. We'll look that up too, because I want to make sure I know. Listen to the book.
And this voice, which came from Shamayim, we heard when we were with him in the Kudash Har.
And what happened?
We have also a more sure word of Nabuah.
Well, we'll look at his prophecy. We'll use prophecy. That's what he put down. We'll use prophecy since he used it. Then let's look at prophecy before we move forward. And then we'll finish this. I want to finish this up. I want to know what his prophecy is too. I want to do it this way, because listen, if it's right, we'll take it. What I don't want us to do is not to take something because it's not Abarim, okay? Our people did associate with, and our people did migrate with other nations. So there are words that we would have used. Our people were named after idol deities.
Right.
We're not gonna lie, we have people here like the white name refers to a Greek god, I think it was. Man, you gotta change your name. Then you gotta change Marduk's name. Yeah. Marduk. His name actually refers to another one of the deities. Same with a star, Esther. It also they named our people after what they revered or looked at as a great statue or people of great importance. So they named us after these different ones, okay? So we'll say, oh, and I'm not saying that I'm trying to get you to see that these people saw something about you. The fact that they were named them after deities that they revered and they worship. Look at Marduk was actually a ruler over the Yahudim.
Right.
And they looked at that as being an equivalent to what they saw as one of their rulers. So they named him after him. Being in the captivity, we took on like a star. That's not a name we would have used. That's when you look at, we call them kuka beans. But that's what you come on and the white people tell you about the stars and the moon, because these are deities that they actually name. And they worship.
Yeah.
Our book would tell us of not being stargazers.
That's right. Yeah.
Because these people, listen, these folks go to planetariums, they watch them, they study them. There are people that actually are astrologers.
Yes. Yes.
This all goes into a religion.
Yes.
That's why you have Scientology.
Yep.
Because these people, he told you that when he appeared, he spoke there, what did we see? When Yahushua was up on the tomb, you notice it was dark? You saw nothing unless you had corrupt yourself. And you done went to follow the Yari, the moon, the Kukabin, which were the star, or you done follow the Shamash, which they were called the sun. So he spoke there, that's why he wouldn't let you see no multitude. He wouldn't let you see no similitude. He said, unless you to corrupt yourself, you'd have went and made a man. He said, you'd have been driven to worship him. And that's what our people do now.
Yep.
Oh, Tarj, come on. Oh, Tarj the bull, the big, I ain't been able to find none of that shit. All I was saying with that little dipper. I've been lying so long. Oh, look at that, be like, all I said, I went to the planetarium and they'll block them out and show them to when I was a little kid. Then they throw them back together. I said, go on. How many of y'all ain't been able to find that stuff? I couldn't find it. Be folk, man. Look, little dipper, big dipper, scared of dipper. There go the spoon. Niggas just lying. Just get the line. I couldn't find nothing. I seen the dipper one time. They said, oh, there go the other one. You're like, yeah. Steady line. I got in the judgment, my part. You been lying about them dippers. I can't afford that stuff, man. Me and Martin Luther King. He said, I'm going down for raping them hoes. You going down for that big dipper. I'm like, no, Dr. King. That thing's serious. Isn't that right? So you just see where stuff that we took lightly, he knew that when we looked, just like they did, they started to go off and worship these deities. So our people have names that were pagan, and they would call them pagan after they deity, because this is what they revered and this is what they gave homage to. and they should have been worshiping us. So how you think he got them to do it? Being crafty, he got them with guile. Hello?
Yeah.
That's it. We had to learn about the falsism before we got over to the Amat.
Yeah.
That's just being honest. We had to learn about it. Now you know what not to go back to.
That's right.
Now you know what not to go see. When we didn't know, first thing, like some of these kids here, they growing up, they never get an opportunity something to worship Christianity or underneath deities and Christmas and Halloween. Some of them, because I know some of y'all still taking, but anyway. So what you think some of these kids gonna be prone to do later? Be driven to do it. They got to go see for themselves and go find out because they didn't get no. For us, we already done it. It don't make sense. Man, come go with me and worship Christmas. You killing time.
That's right.
Not having that conversation. You can look at my eyes and tell you don't want to ask me no stupid stuff like that. You look at my face, straight, be like, you don't worship. You figure? But when them, since they had known what's happened, when he made his berith with us, you know who he made it with? Them that knew first. He said, I made it with them that knew they had seen. He said, I didn't make it with your Benin because they hadn't seen it. No. Later he came back and he made it with them, which means for me, what had made me think that they were taught. Because the law taught, our Torah taught, you had to teach it to them. And what makes, I can't make a berith if you haven't been taught. It don't make sense.
Right.
Right. I make a berith with you. This you don't even, what? A what? A bread and cheese sandwich. We just going to be back and forth. Communication going to get lost. So it was important for us to know. Just like we going back looking at these people, they leave themselves wide open to investigate behind them.
That's right.
What you just found, anybody who want to sit down who were honest would want to do.
Yep.
That's all. You ain't under that. That's enough for me. I don't question God. I question God about everything. I already done told God ain't no God.
That's right.
That's only all I hear. For me, that the us that believe shows that ain't but one.
Ain't but one. That's right. That's right.
That's what those believe. I don't even believe. I'll be telling you a lie. I don't believe in no God.
That's right.
People don't even know I don't believe in God.
Nope.
That's right. That's what I said.
That's right.
Two things going around. They probably say, I probably don't want to F with him. He don't believe in God. They don't have to tell them, no, just leave him right where they at. I believe in something. No, just leave him alone. Whatever you come up with, it's fine. Whatever you're thinking. Just get to moving. That's all I want you to do. Ain't that right? But those others that are saved, we don't supposed to believe in one. So when you start looking at people that told me, you research and you're telling me about me and what I used to do. And you used to have a God and a Jesus. None of this makes sense. I can't write it.
Right.
I don't see it.
Right.
Y'all got what I'm saying? It does not make sense. It never existed.
Right.
For the people whom I follow of the same Amunah. All these things are important for me. When I start looking at dates when you predate your stuff, 14th century, that's after Abraham.
Yes, sir.
That's after Musa.
That's right.
That's after all the writings of my Torah.
That's right.
That's even after the writing of when you go back to even look at my second Berith, what they call my Old Testament. So I had to ask myself, what were they calling it before that?
Come on. That's right.
If Abraham got up right now and me and him had a conversation, I had to speak what I know of Abarim, and I told him about oracles. Would he know what I was talking about?
No, sir.
Would he know if I told him, you know the prophecy told me about you? So he told me the only way for me and Abraham to be able to communicate is we're going to speak the same thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're going to have to speak the same thing. Otherwise, you know what it's going to be?
Confusion.
It ain't going to be division. That's right. It's going to be division because we're not communicating. It's not making sense. That's how the tower didn't get completed.
Yeah.
The book said their speech was scattered. Sign language didn't work. Because they didn't speak the same thing, there was no way to complete the tower. They left off from it. Me and Abraham got to walk off from each other. Because we ain't saying the same. We ain't got no communication going on here. I keep talking about God and Jesus. He don't know what I'm talking about. I keep talking about, you know, the prophets and the prophets. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right.
Okay. Let's see what prophecy is before we move a little further on this. I know I put this on, but you see why I take time? Because you need to properly decipher this stuff and make sure you look. Now when you start watching and using word, what are you actually telling me? What did you put together here and have me thinking I was saying? At least I'm honest. That don't make sense. If you wrong, you still wrong. You honestly wrong.
That's right. That's right.
It don't make sense to continue to be wrong. The book says, shall we continue to Qatar? That coming? Well, he been with me this long, Leon. Ain't no use to change it now. That's dumb. He said, if I had, let me see. The law and the Nabaim were unto. Since that time, and every man. So a change came. A change came. At the time of his ignorance, what did he do? He winked at it. But now, everywhere, am I going to keep going when he was winking? He admitted to me that he overlooked some stuff for me. He admitted to me. He admitted to me that I didn't look at everything you did. You know, he told me that. He said, but now I'm looking. Now I'm calling every fault. I'm calling every fault to the table. At first he told me, that's some stuff. I just, he said, but now I'm looking. Now I'm watching. I'm telling everybody they got to repent. So what got us messed up is when we was in Mizraim, we did some stuff. We went clean. We did some stuff. Because when he came out, he told us in the 18th chapter book of Uyakri, he said, after the doings of Mizraim, you can't do that no more. So that means when you were doing it, I was winking. Because at one point it was survival. Come on. When a man tries to survive, there's some stuff you overlook. But now since you out, we can't do that no more. Get what I'm saying? So that stuff will just keep going, and grandmama and them did, and well grandma did. A lot of stuff was survival. I mean, come on, you was in slavery. You couldn't step. I'm gonna start a Shabbat school in slavery, and tassels in slavery. And I'm gonna be a mercenary in Yahusha. Now I ain't gonna be using no Jesus. Them cracker better not catch you.
Right.
So it's a lot of stuff our people did. It was survival. I said, man, I lost that. It was survival. What you gonna do? Y'all do know people blaspheme. Well, you know what the book say about thou shalt not take Yahuwah's his shem. What was he gonna do? Shaul said he was mad. He said, I caused him to blaspheme. A man can't take but so much. You ain't gonna take but so much. You'll be pushed to, driven to. He said he did it. He said, many of the Kadash. He said, I put them in prison. He said, and I consented to their death. I consented to them move. That's tight. You know, Yahuwah suffered up for a while. That's how we got, listen, we couldn't resist them people at the first. You wouldn't be here now.
That's right. That's right.
We had to submit and give in. It was survival.
That's right.
When we went to Babylon, he told her to go on.
Yep.
Yeah, listen, Zedekiah was not going nowhere. He shut the thing down. Yep. He said, man, block the doors, I'll hold down, everybody fighting. We're not going on them people. Yahuwah made it tight for us. Yep. He made it tight, they burned it down. He let them know we were fighters, we were survivors, we weren't going. People had to be told, they had to be commanded, they had to go under the yoke. Yep. You had to tell me and let us know, because we didn't see it. We were told we weren't going back on. He let us know, I put you under the yoke. I put the olive under the yoke. You going back into captivity. So the berib, so the bed could keep us Shabbats. Yeah. Even with him telling us there were people looking at not doing it. We were fighters. Yep. And he let them know if you don't go, I won't acknowledge you either. The people they took, Daniel and the Abarim, them men didn't just go. They were fighters. Yeah. Our people always been fighters. We're not just going to submit and just go in. It don't make sense. He had to put us under the yoke. Yes, hello? How you think these people got us? We had to acknowledge it. We had to acknowledge the will of Yahuwah over our own will. We're natural born survivors. Huh? That's just being honest. We're natural born fighters. We refuse to go up under submit. Look how hard it is for us to submit to Yahuwah. Yeah. Even Shaul told you, our king, my Lord desire for Elohim, for Yasharal, that you might be what? Saved. For I bet you reckon you have a what? And but not according to what? For they being ignorant of his Sadiq and did what? That's how we do it, baby. We didn't know somebody tell us to do nothing. That's how we do it. So it took something for that man to break us. He had to break us. That's the only way to get up to go on these people. These people couldn't hold us. These people ain't got no power over us. They had to use Jesus Christ to do this. And we only submitted because that was all Elohim will. Yeah. Isn't that right? So he wanted us to be able to grow to be a populous people. Isn't that right? He knew 7 ain't enough. I bring y'all out and say I'm going to be a great multitude. Yeah. I'm telling you, more of our people waking up and riding. These folks can't keep holding us the way they're doing us. We've done it long enough. We're getting our sight back.
Yeah, that's right.
And being honest, I don't know why y'all don't want it now. We're getting our sight back.
That's right.
Getting stronger.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that right? Every day we going back now. In the Baptist church, you think they finna put a screen and go through this stuff? They gonna walk through this. Said Greek was the dominant language, and the Greeks were very brilliant people. And the Greeks were that's how we've learned through the Greeks and Greek. And Ole start messing us up, make a fool out of these folks. Dumb, the Greeks, the Latin, all this stuff. Don't let nobody fool. Put up prophecy. Let's see what they got for that. They probably go. Is it going back to the same place? Proceeding from. See, that's all I need to know. Proceeding from a who? That's right. From a prophetess. A prophetess. That's what it is. So this is somebody who's speaking about oracles. That's how you get this. So this ain't nothing but a bunch of ass talk.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Now they can hate me, but this is going with what their definition says. This ain't me saying, oh, I'm finna create my own because I don't like the Latins. They told me that the suffix of their word was ass.
Yep.
They told me that the prefix of their word was actually dealing with begging. So all this is a whole bunch of talk about begging for some ass.
Yep.
I'm not trying to fabricate nothing. I'm just taking a man on what he said.
What they say.
Okay? So this is all you got when you deal with their prophetic. And these folks go to church. And guess what happened though? It's been a lot of ass getting in churches.
Yep. That's right.
Through prophets. Okay.
That's right.
These prophets done got a lot of ass in these churches.
That's right. That's right.
The Lord showed me you need to come in my office. Here you go, begging for some ass.
Yep.
Every time I see these folks, my wife gonna do that at home. Come in here and prophet. I know she managed to things too. Managed to. I know she gonna be using that. Come in here and oracle. I know. See, everything about the Latin name is bad. You just don't use it in here. Now you want to use the Latin at home somewhere now. You find out who uses it in here and tie that in Elohim the bar. But you see what I'm saying? When we come back to really look at these people for what they say, can we look at some more of that prophecy? Because I'm sure some more on the other side. I hadn't looked at this, but I don't want to act like, just take this because this is what I want to run with. I want you to know. I want us to know. Okay? Yes, all right, come on, let me see what it says on this side. Yes, sir. He did, right here? The culo. That's not what it is. It's another definition for it. C-U-L-U-M, culum. He said you picked the wrong word. You should have picked culum, C-U-L-U-M. But up there they had it as C-U-L-O-S. He said that's not a good source. But that's their word up there. Yeah. For the Latin. So let me say something. Let's look at it. So let's look at both. He said that's not a good source. That's good. Let's look at it. See. Okay, they got the C-U-L-U-M. Okay. They got it here, the C-U-L-U-M. So we're gonna look that up. So you did good. So listen, don't think I throw this because I don't want to try to get out of that now. Y'all got me. But hold on, we'll come back. I ain't say go down there. Let's look at something. We'll come back. Okay. They got it. So the Latin is directly from the Latin. Okay. The O-R-A, but they tell us that that's another R-E, which is the first part of it. The culum is here, so it will be auraculum.
So he has a compound.
So aura is mouth of speech.
Culum is
Covered, dark, or heady. Hidden. Okay. You had that ass too now. But then when he came down here to pray, to plead, to beseech, orate, which is speaker, orator, or you have a moderator, with the material instrumental suffix of the C-U-L-O. So I don't know if this wouldn't be a good source. He's telling us to go here. Because this is what he's saying is the suffix. It's the C-U-L-O. I know you went with the C, with the oraculum. I mean, I guess it's the oraculum. But here he's telling us that this is his suffix.
Yeah, they call that a diminutive suffix. So you could go with a diminutive suffix
A diminutive suffix,
or instrumental suffix.
instrumental. I don't know about y'all. Sometimes I be want to hear no word. I be listening to instrumental. How many of y'all ever listened to instrumental before? That instrumental type. But we're going to look at both of them. Man. The man said, listen, cause you know what though? Sometimes you put music with that ass. I mean, I'm thinking about what he's saying. I'm going with the man put up in there. Because this is not us. This is him. So what we'll do, we'll look at both. Because I'm going to be fair. I just want to make sure that because we didn't make this up. He told us this was the suffix. Now, he didn't put the M on him when he did this, or the L-U-M. He put the C-U-L-O, saying this is the instrumental suffix. So we want to look at the one with the lyrics then, I guess. Let's see what happened. Let's see what's going on with this other one here that we need to look at. That's how we want to be fair. We want to make sure what we got. So that, genitalia, genitive. That close, ain't it? Look at genitive. That's going to go with that other one now. No. The second, that's CL is another D. Decilum, cleansum, clenching. That's what it's saying. Yeah, that's about my English is very bad. Suffix used to form some nouns derived from verbs, particularly nouns representing tools and. We're back at that instrumental. Isn't that right? At that instrumental again. Let's come up or down as you call it, other way, outside. Search, Coulomb, language, watch, edit, see. Coulomb, Latin addition, now, edit, Coulomb. Stop for a second. Look at C-U-L-U-S, like it's got a hyphen over the top. I don't know what C-U-L-U-S, it's retrieved from. You say, yeah? See, I'm looking. Yeah. I'm with you. Listen, I'm fair. I want to be fair, so y'all don't think I'm trying to get out of nothing now. I want to be fair. I'm for what's right. Ain't trying for what's right.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing wrong with that ass, but we just want to make sure we got this right. Often, culottes, what are culottes? How are that? Cum laude. Ain't that what you graduated from school with? Yeah, right there. Let's look at that culotte.
It's C-U-M.
It's C-U-M.
Cum laude.
It's cum, but it's culotte. I don't find what culotte is. That might be a whole bunch of asses. Let's look at this culotte. And we're going to come back over. Look at culottes. Y'all want to look at culottes? I mean, we jump. I need to find, because I'm tracing. I'm trying to find out. We're going to come back. I want to make sure we look at what we got. Okay, now, often culotte. A pair of pants that usually falls between the knees and the ankles. We right back where we started.
Yeah, we are.
What you'll see if you drop your pant to your knee to your ankle? I mean, but you see how you have to trace, because a lot of this stuff you see, they have a deeper meaning a lot of time than what we're thinking. This is a lot of tracing that most people are not going to look at. Because I'm curious on certain things that might spark me. Well, I want to know why you're going here. From the knees and the ankles, and it's cut to resemble, that cut or out? Cut to resemble a skirt. So what's him? It's cut to, that's like it's uphill to him. Culottes. I want to know, what's some other culottes? They got the culottes, yeah, the culottes and the square. Culottes? They're the pants, yeah, they either have the pants, remember they call them culottes? Culottes, right? Culottes? What's the one that sound like culottes? Yeah, culottes. A pair of pants that usually fall between the knees and the ankle. So it comes right over the knees, will hit to the calf muscle. Capris. Don't the capris come down there right there? Well, culottes. Resembling skirt, origin of culottes. Yeah, I want to know. French breeches. Diminutive.
It's the lines over it that's sending you that way.
Over the top.
Yeah, see that something making a big difference.
That's why I told him. I said, remember the line. I said, then put the line.
That's you don't want to go that way.
But the one they showed did have a line over it. I told him, I said, do CU. I said, what is a hyphen? Did you put it up there?
Man, it's funny like
Oh, it's right now.
them boys make all the difference.
We got it up here now. So let's look at it. Come back up. That's what we're looking up. Kulas.
Yeah, that's gonna send you the anus and ass.
That's what we've been at. That's what we've been. Ankles and the cut resembles skirt, origin, culottes, French breeches, diminutive of cool romp. See that? Romp from the Latin, coolus, see, Kians, Indo-European roots. So Indo-European, y'all familiar with this, right? They're just dealing with this, their dominance in Asia. They call Asia coming around. They're not smart. Don't think they're smarter than you, okay? They're not smarter than you. First thing I want y'all to do, never let these people, never let them get up and they're not smarter than you. This is nothing. They're just naming other regions. This is just going to be other regions that were subject or dominant with their language. All right, they dominate this in the vicinity around. All right, they'll go Asia, they'll get all that Indo-European stuff. There's some other folks speak that same shit. That's all I got to say. That's all they saying, the same thing. That's all they say, the same thing. Culotte dictionary definition, culotte define. That's what I'm talking about, that rump. They back at that rump again, though. So we don't put the hyphen on. Let's go back and look at the other one we were looking at. See, you started this stuff, you all over. I want to look at it. Let's go back up before we came over here. Okay. So let's look at was it coulomb? Or coulomb? We didn't get they like that. Then they go back to collided. Then you know what though? Think about this though. Get about the exercise they do to be at Pilates.
Yep. Got a point. Yep.
They'll just keep playing you on words, and you'll be thinking, why they call Pilates? Look and see if Pilates, if it derived from Latin. I don't know how to spell it. Just pull up that pull, then a lot of them. P-U-L-L-O-T. S. E-S. Lati. T-T-E-S. Latte. Pull latte. Yeah, I was saying that. Pilates. That's what I've been saying. I was trying to show y'all how to break it down. You know what I'm saying? The phonics. Pull a lot of them. I used to go out a lot of time, go to the club. I used to pull a lot of them hoes too. I done Pilates. 900 and 200, 900 to, let me get back with y'all. It must be the answer. A system or exercise and use a special apparatus designed to improve physical strength, flexibility, and posture, and enhance mental awareness. Ask him something. I know it sounds. That's him. 1960, named after the German physical fitness specialist Joseph Pilates. Well, all wrong. Let's keep moving. I eat that. I didn't want to say I eat it, but I let that go. I ain't Dr. King. I ain't gonna do how you said it. Here we go, guy. You that idiom ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Nothing to do with that, honey. So we'll go back there. So I was just curious, did Pilates? You see that? Well, it's not. We corrected that, right? All right, we'll move on. And where we at now? How we looked at the C-U-L-U-M? Oh, he back at that Pilates. Get that mental.
Strong's G.
that brother.
Question, preacher.
Yes.
What are we looking for exactly?
Latin. But so I don't forgot.
No.
What we were looking at was trying to look at the word oracle. Kind of look at when they broke it down. What struck me was the fact they had the suffix of the word. So like I said, I was saying prefix. No, that would let me know it had been a compound. Not really, because the suffix is an ending. So I look at what the ending meaning was, which was ass, butt, rump, and then we was trying to look at the oral. or rare, as they were saying it, as they were spelling it. But he said we looked up the Kulo, C-U-L-O, was what we looked at Kulo as. He was saying it's actually C-U-L-U-M, and that it actually meant hidden, darkened, covered. So I want to just kind of make sure I look. But then again, I see that, but they keep going back telling us that it origin from the C-U-L-O. So I just want to make sure that when it come up, I want to just make sure we kind of see it and make sure we kind of got to understand it. Because I don't want to do what people have done, create your own definition for something or create your own way. And that's how a lot of these groups get started. They get codish because they find something they like and that's what they're going to stay with. And nobody going to tell them different. So I want to be versatile enough for us to where, just like the olive, to where when we see something, we're open-minded enough that we can receive and take if that's what it is. Like we looked at Pilates. I said, wait a minute, Pilates, that's my own stuff. Now, once we look, it said derived from a German professor whose last name was Pilates. And I used to keep going trying to make this. I don't care what it's all ass. It's Pilates. Pilates is Latin. I know it's Latin. See, then it gets dangerous. Because now when you get to speak, I'm a person that base what I do on a mod. And it don't make sense to start no jump if that's not what it is. Because now I'm going to come along and it's going to defer. It's going to take away from when I start to speak a mind. People listen to me on my credibility. So if I'm looking, if it don't say that, I don't want to make some say something and it don't say it. Because that's what I like. I want to look at it if that's what it is. So like he was saying, okay, he said, look, he can say, well, preacher ain't open. Preacher done took his own definition. I said, no, let's look at it. Let's be open enough to say, if that's not what it is, let's look and see, why did I take the directive to go say, I'll stay with as? Because I looked at the word. Can we look at it again before we get to the cool how we got to the C-U-L-O, the definition y'all put back from the etymology? Plebiscite was the material instrumental suffix. This is what he told me. Even though I see this word, he's telling me this is the suffix. Now, who wrote this? Let's look. Can we find out who wrote this definition, or who wrote this, or who recorded this? Online etymology dictionary. Who? Some of this stuff associates somebody's probably to who wrote this. Oh my goodness, I'm legally blind. That thing went up so fast. How many of y'all legally blind? I did that. Man, Princess over there one day, she got excited. I was sitting there, I was looking, she said, I said, in the morning, I just got to stare straight at the sun and just burn my retinas out. God said, my mama, she was just, bah, bah, she was just out there. So in the morning, I just wait, but it rained. I just go just stare at it, just burn my retinas. I ain't want to be like Dr. King, you know what I'm saying? Need something honest. Y'all don't want honest no more? Yeah. All right, honest. They still like that. Man, look at that C-U-L-O. Everybody all right. Okay. Then ethmaline.com for etymology, I guess. Turn 10 a few. Is that turn or tune? Turned 10 a few years ago, or it just turned 10 years old. The anniversary invited a new. Who did this page? That's what I keep asking. That sound like don't ask me. Don't praise me, praise Yahuwah. New one, the old one still is where it was. This one is about me as maker of the online etymology practicality. The only reason most people would be interested in any of this, I was born in 1960 and have lived all of it in southeastern Pennsylvania. Hell, somebody from Chester County, Pennsylvania. And I lived in neither place now. I'm really concerned about his writing, his verbiage. You know what I'm saying? I live in neither place now. When he said thing turned there, I thought one of these little kids wrote that. Though I live in neither place now, I was raised among and in part educated. The Quakers. There's a bunch of them are up there too. but no faith person have no faith personally. I respect and encourage any religion that makes people generally better than I see. That's white people stuff. That's what they tell you. Religion, as long as it makes you better, we don't buy into that.
That's right.
That's what we don't subscribe to that.
That's right.
We don't subscribe to that. He a Quaker. He does subscribe to a religion. He was raised among and in part educated by Quakers. Quakers got a religion. They got a belief. You can't. Every education system has some form of religion attached to it. There's no reason for you to believe it doesn't. It's important for you to always know. Don't tell me don't. He favors something, because he favors the fact that any religion makes people better, which means he finds some good. He feels like every religion is good as long as. It doesn't matter if it's some child, it's still something good in it and people can grow from it. This is more white people rhetoric. We don't subscribe to it. The only religion that's described for us is the religion of the Yahudim. Yaakov described it best, pure religion. So to tell me that one is there's a pure is to tell me that there are other contamination. And undefiled, which means every other religion is to visit the father and mother in their affliction and to keep himself unspotted from the world.
That's right.
So we don't subscribe to that, but it's good to know how the bastard think anyway. So I mean, he ain't nobody, and he ain't talking about nothing. He definitely ain't smart enough. He ain't nobody. I wanted a name trying to figure this man out, but since I read enough of him to realize, this is stuff I like to know too. When people give me definitions or give me meaning, I like to know. So I get up and I tell people about me. It's important to know when you're educated by somebody, something about them. People say, it's not important about what I do or what I've done. You just need to listen to what I say. If that's the case, why do Yahuwah give me his resume?
Right. Right.
Because it's important, if I was going to believe or if I was going to structure my life according to what he said, I needed to know something about him. Why would he tell me it was written in Nabin that we all had to be taught of who? Then you tell me it's not important to worry about him. Because you need to know who's teaching you. And when we sat around, we were being smite or being smoked. What did Yahuwah tell us? I smoke you. You need to know who's correct, who has the shepherd, who's the instructor. So don't ever buy into somebody educating and you know nothing about them. It makes no sense. They say, why preacher get up and tell us about it? Because you need to know about me.
Right. That's right.
That makes no sense. Why you been educated? You don't even know anything about them. Most people wouldn't even go and read that. This is how I want to educate you. I want you to be a free enough thing. You said then you can start to make decisions on how responsible do you think this person is. I'm just looking at just his linguistics, how he writes. The man's an idiot. Do you know how much research had to be done in etymology, tracing words or when they actually were introduced or when they actually came into play, and what they actually meant? That's a lot of work, because you're going to start somewhere first from with the word that you got in your regular dictionary. Now you got to trace back and start to predate, and then where the word derived from. So I need to know something about you, because now I'm sitting here and I'm taking your information as fact. Yeah. Most of y'all went to college, all they taught you was research. They never told you to research the researcher. Nope, they don't. I want you to research the researcher. Yeah. Musha, wow, it ain't important about him. It's important I know how he came into play. Yeah. I didn't know that he came out Mizraim. He came out from Abarim, but he wound up dwelling and raised up in the way of Mizraim. Because later I learned that he was taught in all the ways of the Mizraim. So I know about his education. I know about his mother. I know about his stepmother. I know about his Akim. I know about his Aku. Because now he's somebody that instructed. He gave me Torah. So I know how well does he himself believe it. What is his feeling or emotion toward people of Abarim? He chose to suffer with them. I need to know that. I need to know about Yahusha, that he's not ashamed to call them Akim. That he was one of us, that he came out from us. I didn't know who his father, who his mother was. So y'all know how I think. Right. I want you, so when I give you something, I want you to just think, I just popped up with something. I'm watching, I'm looking for key phrases. Sometimes I ain't got to read all your stuff. I pick up key phrases that you use. You pick up something else, I pick up the ass. That's that Cain. There ain't one Cain, it's another one. Y'all all right? So we kind of look at, now let's look at the C-U-L-U-M so I can get y'all finished. Oh, but we didn't get to cover ground on that, but they just show you why you can't just be moving so fast. Because you'll assume something. All that's based off Beth Cup, 2 Peter, they call it one, were based off of you doing something.
Right.
Or assuming you knew something.
Right.
So then we're going to deal with the idiom. Because if this is about rare asses, this ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Nope.
Is that not true? So when we read, knowing this first, that no prophets of the scripture is of any private interpretation, you were thinking rare asses?
No.
So this don't have nothing to do with what you're talking about. So how did you take oracle? You see what I'm saying? If the definitions are as we find them, then you have just found a definition of an idiom or idiom. Because simply it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's not even of our origin. Does that make sense to y'all? That's how scary it is for you to just lock yourself or line yourself up with religion. For the sake of you can just be with somebody. Did we get to see C-U-L-U-M? Go ahead. He made the website? Let me ask you a question. Was we looking for who made the website? How many of y'all thought we were looking for somebody who made the website? How many of y'all thought we were looking at the man that came with the definition? Y'all was showing me who made the website? Oh, y'all were together.
Preacher, that's why I wanted to ask a question. I was asking the question to lead somewhere.
I got you. Go ahead.
Because what was I think happening, we was chasing a word.
Yeah.
And so when we was chasing the word, I thought we wanted what prophet mean.
Yeah.
Then prophecy.
Yeah.
So when you actually look up the word prophet and prophecy, the breakdown of that word is pro, which is forward. Then fet in that language is just speak. The suffix of that word. Now, when you start breaking down what they speak, you'll go to they speak oracles. Then you could break down that word oracle or oraculum. So it's some of a divine announcement. And so when you keep going down and chasing that word, it's gonna just keep going and going. So when we started to search, you asked the question, but I didn't know where he clicked. When he clicked it, that's the person who made the website.
Oh.
So and the person who made the website, there's no one search engine. What he did was he uploaded all different definitions from different
Sources.
From different sources. So when you put a word in, it just pulls
The word.
from an engine word from that source. And sometimes you may see one definition, sometimes you may see three because of the sources on what we have.
Yeah.
But when you actually break down that site, if we actually want to look at who made that word, we got to go through the sources.
Okay.
On what that pulled up. And when you look at that, it's probably over like
All these are the people that you used in the writing of these words.
Yeah,
a definition.
These are different word banks from 12th century, 14th century, 11th century. And so this is what, when you type in a word, it just pulls
It just pulls the word, doesn't tell you
pulls the word.
actually, or show you who all was involved with the creation of that information.
of that word.
Yeah. So that just leave a lot open.
But that person, yes, he is a Quaker. He is whatever.
He ain't even
everything what you
important.
said, that is correct by that person, but he
Okay.
didn't.
He not important. I won't worry about I didn't know it would just show the person who made the website. I was curious about the people who actually came up with the word. I didn't know, but I see what you're saying. It'll just source all the people where he got his information, but it won't tell you which one of these people or how many of these people were instrumental in that word. Which means white people want to tell us so much again. Because if you source everybody you got it from, you should associate who. Just like we can source if somebody wrote something. Behold, you despise and wonders, you perish. If I work a work in I mean a word you should know. We can source who said that. You know what I'm saying? We can source over to find out who said that. So with them, a lot of times they're putting up people and they just leave a lot vague. It's still a lot of things that's still vague. But just dealing with that word, and I guess I went from oracle trying to look simply because they said a suffix. So I was trying to figure out when they came to it, just looking at where were they actually going with this. So I know it's a trace run for a lot of this stuff. So it runs over the dark, same, C-U-L-U-M, C-U-L-O-S, what is C-U-L-O, deals with ass, rump. So I'm just kind of figuring out where were they going with this. Because now we're looking at, this is something we read, people read daily. Sundays or Shabbats or whatever it might be, or Sabbath days. So I'm just curious on where a lot of this kind of derived from, and what would their interpretation, or what was their agenda when they gave it to. That's kind of how I look at it. So I want to know, what's your agenda? So when I look at your word and I look at your meaning, I see you put it over here, and it's telling me knowing this first at 1:18, knowing this first, Beth Cuff, 2 Peter 1:18, knowing this first, that.
Verse 20.
Oh, it's verse 20? Oh, okay. What does it say?
Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the Sefer is of any private interpretation.
And what did we find prophecy was? I just went back to the prophet. Just a prophet. When we talk about the prophet, what it actually was, which was a Greek. This is a Greek word. So in Greek language, in Greek society, that's where they got the word prophet from. That's somebody that was speaking for God. And now we go and we say, well, that's the same as our Nabi. I wouldn't say that. Simply the only reason why, because we don't worship the same deity.
Right.
So you know what some people are comfortable saying is it's the same thing. Both of them mean to speak, being led by. The only thing about yours don't exist.
That's right.
So I won't want to tie your non-existent with my existence.
That's right.
That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to kind of throw you out. I just want you to understand something. This again is instilling, or is kind of more or less keeping you under dominance of a belief or something that don't exist. The Greeks are known liars, and the Latins. Right. They'll clearly tell you that stuff is mythology.
Right.
So if you have a prophet, I don't have anything that's a lie that comes from Elohim. Right. The book told me, and I'm supposed to know that no lie is of the Amat. So if there's no such thing as a prophet or a God, then it wouldn't make sense for me to associate it with mine. Y'all got why I'm saying this? I want to make sure that we understand why I'm saying this. Your stuff does not exist. It's not mythology. It's all a lie. And you're telling me about something that you created in your society, and you're using it now, and I'm supposed to take it, I'm supposed to establish this to my belief. That wouldn't make sense. Because I go what was written before, and we don't have it.
Yeah, that's right.
Now he want me to know in it first that no prophecy of the scripture, what he said, is of any
Private interpretation.
for the scripture.
For the prophecy
That this stuff came not
in old time.
in the ancient. That's gonna put back. That's going back to my earlier writers. By the will of who?
Ish.
For me, Ish. But he got man. That's what he said. Don't throw man and say prophecy. You throw prophecy, put man. Don't put Ish.
By the will of man.
See, but
Holy men of
holy, H-O-L-I, Hindu deities. Did what?
of God.
Of God. Greek. Did what?
Spake.
As.
They were moved.
See that? They go to oracle again. They go to as. That's where it belongs. As.
They were moved
By
the Holy Ghost.
the Holy Ghost. This is a lot of confusion.
That's right.
But once we learn our language, we look at what our words actually say, our debate actually say. This is confusion.
Yeah, that's right.
You just twisted up a lot of stuff here. You done gave me Latin with prophecy. You done gave me Greek with God. And then you done gave me Hindu with holy.
Yep.
Now you got me with ghosts.
Yeah.
Non-existent spirits. Or something they say proceed out from the dead. We don't know about it. Our book teach us that when an Ish die or Anashim die, that Ruach go back to Elohim.
That's right.
We don't have that where our Ruach just going around here, boo, nigga, boo. We don't have it. That's the only thing we associate with. And it is funny. But y'all understand how dangerous things become when you sit down and look at when it comes down to your belief. But we'll put up and you help me out with something. The 4th chapter of the book of Bereshit. y'all gonna get Bereshit 4. I'm gonna get ready to let y'all go. Just show you something. We're gonna read it. He gonna read for me, Bereshit. But you know what you're gonna get, right? All right, just hold it for me. So we're gonna read and take our time.
Yes, sir.
So I don't want to confuse nobody. Bereshit 4:1, Genesis 4:1. Listen to the book.
And Adam knew Keua his Ashah, and she conceived and bare Khan, and
She
said,
got pregnant. She had a son. And what did she say?
and said, I'm sorry, and she conceived and bare Khan, and said, I have gotten a Ish from Elohim.
And what happened?
And she again bare his Ak, Abal, and Abal was a keeper of sheep, but Khan was a tiller of the Adumah. And in process of time it came to pass that Khan brought of the pari of the Adumah an offering unto Yahuwah. And Abal he also brought of the firstlings of his Adah, and of the fat thereof. And Yahuwah had respect unto Abal and his offering, but unto Khan and to his offering he had not respect.
That's good. Boss, you got it for me?
Yes, sir.
Can we put up on the board too?
Yes, sir.
Can you read it for us?
The man knew his wife, Keua. She conceived
Hold on, what an English verse on him?
right there.
It said, now man knew his wife, Keua, and she conceived and gave birth to Khan. They put Quan, Q, with the Kuf. You said what? Which would be the Ka? What did you say? With the Kuf. Cain. And said, I have gotten which would be an Ish, a man with the help of Yahuwah. And what is that? Well, and she continued to bear his brother, Habal, which would be Abal. And Abal was a keeper of the flocks, which would be the Adah. But Cain was a tiller of the ground, Adamah. What did y'all just notice? They were twins.
Twins, yeah.
Continue. You didn't get that from that book.
No.
That's why I'm a stickler for telling y'all what y'all got to pay attention to. That makes a difference. But all you got to do is keep staying English. Right. See, he has a reason why. So when I'm definitive about these words and stuff that we're doing, it's because there's too much we don't know. So we'll be changing. I've been telling for the longest that we're going to be changing. We're going to be switching. I purposely use this book for a reason, because I need you to watch and pay attention. Now, when you start to look at his definitions for his words and you start to pay attention, you can see it's structured to take you further and further out of the way. Okay? We just talked about believing, continuing. Never told you break and she conceived again. If you listen when he read that, it kinda, if you caught, paid attention. They never told you to conceive. She said, and she gave him another one. It never said she got pregnant again. Because everything is led to throw you off and just keep believing the different conceptions. Now you got to look at something. You got to believe as the scripture said. How many of y'all were believing, other than Boston, were believing that there was more than one birth? So how this going to play a part on you getting in? Not significant. But don't forget about the smallest jot. Or what did we say the jot was? The yard. But what did he give you? He gave you the iota. He gave you something Greek. You don't know nothing about it. Abraham wouldn't know nothing about no iota. He don't have one iota knowledge of what you're talking about. So here again, I'm trying to move and shift you. While you thinking you're getting something, you're getting further off and away from, because getting you from a discipline. You playing between 8 and 10. This is not the same that come to what we have. Y'all got it? So what seems to be okay with you ain't all right. So that's why I like to look up the words, learn what's its intent. What is a God? I need to know, what is this God? I need to know, what is this holy? I know where this stuff derived from, because you're using it. Well, what purpose? You're telling me that all these studies and all these definitions you put in is helping me to better understand my relationship with my Creator, who you told me is God, whose Son is Jesus. All these things become dangerous to us, that you just can't sit down and comfortably keep letting somebody shove this book in your face and keep just letting you teach you something and feel like you learn, and you take it off and run, when you realize you really don't know nothing. Hello? So it's going to take this much time. We ain't going to be able to move it fast as we've been moving.
That's right.
Because there's too much we got to get to and we got to uncover. If it ain't important, why would he put it in and tell you not the smallest jot or the smallest stroke? Why is he telling you it's not, none that's going to be removed? Because it's important for you to know some things. So that's why we got to do what we're doing now. Go over it. We want to know both sides. We want to look at this. We want to make sure we got it, because there's a purpose here, and he's not intended for everybody to make it in. Are we looking to be the crew that not make it in? We're trying to be the crew to make it in.
Right.
So now we got to get a more earnest heed.
Right.
He said, listen, anytime.
Let them slip.
I got a book that's totally transgender. It's going to be a lot of slipping.
That's right.
It's going to be a lot of slipping. So that means I got to go and I got to check everybody. I got to check English. I got to go back and look at I got to check everybody right. I got to look at this, and we got to compare. We got to do, like you said, we comparing. We got to start comparing, because it's that crucial for us. Before God, let me see again, what is that definition of God and holy? Their etymology and their Google. So this is what he's telling me it did. Nope, because they got it from God. They were holy. Let me find out what a ghost is. I just want to know. If I'm supposed to believe this, I got to be proficient in it. I got to be proficient enough to know what I need to believe, what I got to disperse, what I need to get rid of. Some stuff I need to get rid of. Because eventually we got to move from these books. We got to move from these principles, and we got to move on to perfection. Otherwise, you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep laying again. That same foundation of repentance. We're supposed to move from it. And then we wonder why people not reaching perfection, because a lot of stuff we can use is error. You don't get perfect with errors. You get perfect by correcting errors and getting away from them. When he brought them out and gave them Torah, you know where he didn't give it to them at?
Mizraim.
He did not give it to them in captivity, because you will continue the error. Mizraim was not designed for them to know law, not law of Elohim. They knew the laws of Pharaoh. They knew about the givings of Pharaoh. Those were laws for them. When it came down their tithe, that came from Yahushua, that they was to give a fifth part. Yahushua made that law in Mizraim. Except for who? Except for the Kohanim. He couldn't take from them. That's why a lot of things we don't do. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it another time. What you got for me? Either both. We're going to look at both of them. We all learn together. Google. I don't ever want y'all to think y'all are afraid of looking at no. I'm not afraid of no information. If it's going to make us better, I'm not ready for that. I'm ready to be right.
That's right.
Why ain't you ready to be right?
That's right.
We've been wrong all our life.
All of that.
Isn't that right? It's time to get right. Let me find him. Oh. Also God. He's not awesome. He's also God. Old English God. Supreme being, deity. The Christian. So if I'm not Christian, do I have one?
Right.
Image of God. God-like person. So we'll deal with the, what's you got there? From the proto-grammatic. That's German. That's all it is. Don't let them throw you. Guthen, source also of the Old Saxon. It's all white folk stuff. Old Frisian, Dutch God, Old High German. I told folks, Gott, Dam. German, Gut, G-O-T-T. Old Norse God, Gothic, which is going to be dealing with their Christian, if I'm correct, Mizraim, Christian. I think that Gothic comes. No, I'm thinking Coptic. I'm sorry, Coptic. I'm thinking Coptic. Please forgive me. Goop, which is of uncertain origin. So they don't know all this one. Perhaps from, is this a mathematical term? Pi. What the hell some pies got to do with my salvation? Now what don't bother you, amazing, because you use pi in math. You being played and duped all over the place. None of these people have no correlation with you. But there's a major push when you get to our second covenant. He called Christianity. He called the New Testament. There's a major push on being Christian, and this is what Jesus pushed Christianity. And this is what he established the first Christian church. Now, where's all this stuff sourced from? German, Dutch, High German. None of this stuff is telling you it derived from Jerusalem.
Nope.
It derived from the East.
That's right.
All this is European, and yet you take it as though it connects to us.
That's right.
And the man told you how they speak. They speak by God.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to help our people. We've been duped. The man clearly sitting here telling you, where do you find this connecting to us? I need to find, what is the old Slavic church? Slavonic. Was S-A-V-O-N-I-C? Slave? Slavonic. See, I ain't from now. Slovenia, I ain't from none of these places. Only time I slava when I sleep. They call Sanskrit. I don't know what they say. Now I need to find out what they mean. I need to find out what it means. They ain't gonna be smart, man. Who wanna know? If this is where it come from, don't we need to know something about this? How do we get on our knees and start reciting stuff we don't even know where it came from? That's dangerous. So you telling me England is older than Jerusalem?
No.
It's only what we established, and we got this as though this is what they had, and we're gonna connect to Abraham? Church should be Greek kukos, if I'm correct, for the Germans. So it's someone playing around. That's right. This is a word chase we on. But we're trying to look at when you're saying you don't do something, or you're saying you believe, so based on what? That's right. Because your pastor told you? That's what you've always done, or this is what you know? The book says you're supposed to know the mind supposed to make you free.
That's right. That's right.
So what? So the person got me captive, gave me the free truth.
No, sir.
It would make sense why he put God and Jesus together.
Yep.
It makes sense why he would give me a holy and a ghost.
Keep it on.
Because he done told me if I know a day, I'm going to be free.
Yep.
I've been told this is a transgender version. You don't have no mind. Oh, goodness. What are we looking at? Where are we at? I know it's long, but I like stuff like that. Because I ain't scared of it. Ain't nothing going to pop up here and going to throw me. I'm just being honest. All I can do is get right.
That's right.
How am I going to get right if I keep doing wrong or I keep getting wrong information? That's it. Just keep it blue. We don't know what's finna happen now. Are you finna copy it then paste it? I don't know everything. Everybody that ass again? By the way, y'all say that ass. I'm gonna put the old church. Oh, it got an alphabet too? Omni, isn't that Greek? What is an omnigot? Shoot, they alphabet similar, right with yours. Ain't that but the end, they're probably something else, but then they kind of take the modern. You see that kind of like the modern car? The Beth, they took this from you. A lot of these were taken from you. This was taken from you. He took the Beth and he turned and made it a B. That's all they did to you. Church, which I said, Slavonic, or Church of Slavonic, is a literal language which developed from the language used by Saint, what's his name, Sin, C-Y-N-L? Oh my goodness. Please don't go that fast. I'm still working on it. And Saint Methodist, 9th century missionary from the Byzantine to is that Byzantine? That's going to be, and this start over in Turkey. The Byzantine, this stuff, Turkey. Right, what these people call Turkey. These people created, they invaded Turkey and they established their church, the Byzantine, for correct these people. Let's see Byzantine. Let's look at them, let's say. Yeah. You're right. Well, let's put up so you can see it. So, don't want to see, this is where it gets you. Some stuff we'll be too lazy to look at the research, and we'll just assume things come. He's exactly right. Eastern Roman Empire, let's see. Byzantine was an ancient Greek colony. In early, here you go, your antiquity, that later became Constantinople, which is Constantine. Constantine invaded and did it, and then Istanbul. Istanbul is the capital of Turkey. Showing these crackers already been here, conquered, and left their Christianic religion. So now you can look at they dominated and put the religion there, moved you over and put you under the religion. So how many of y'all didn't know this? Don't this make a difference when you can look at this stuff and know where your stuff come from? And now you sit around thinking you got something, and it continued to be used during the Byzantine Empire, even though it only refers to the empire's capital. You know what, going to capital going to rule out to the rest of the area. Byzantine was colonized by the Greeks from the Megara. I don't know what that is. Megara in the 657 BC. So they say it's 657 years, which is actually not before Christ. I forgot what the terminology. BC is not actually standing before Christ. Don't believe these people. They just came up and they told it. These people never based their whole history and their time off of no coming of no Christ. They don't even make no damn sense. That's right. When Christ was created after. If Christ was, can we get imagine when Christ was created? So we can see how much sense did it make to create a calendar time period off of something you didn't create till later. The AD BC concept didn't come in until after. That's right. Hundreds of years after. See, hey, you walk, you'll be saying stuff to white people, you'll be like a fool. It don't even make sense. Which should take over their Greek is Christos. Primary Christo mean the roll with oil, and you can put that on anything. You went and you just took it and you said anointed. The Greeks don't have it. The Greeks have no God they ever tell you they can write. Find a Greek God that they Christos. Don't exist. So now you like a fool, you've been walking around talking about Christ. Christ the Son of God, Christ the anointed. You can anoint anything. All it meant was to rub with oil. You can rub down anything. How many of y'all feet been ashy? You put some lotion on. That's Christ. No, it is. Your foot is Christ. How many of y'all put something on your elbow? That's Christ's elbow. How many of y'all don't put something on your rear end? That's Christ's ass. That's all it is. But it is funny. But you know what? That's just showing you how. But be honest, as a Christian, what would have I given taught about Christ? Who gave you that stigma? Who gave you that? Who told you that it connected to him? That's the detriment with religion. Y'all looking up Christos, God, Christ. I'm gonna let y'all go. But I just want to show you when people start reading, how far you willing to go? You found something else? I seen the lean up. He said, no. Oh, you figured out that ass? Aaron figured out that ass. I'm gonna get with you. Let me get. He said, I'm thinking that ass out now. Huh? That's a crack in it. Oh, that's a good. Oh yeah, that's that ass. Let me put this up here, and I'm gonna try to get y'all finished. We can go. We're up here for some time, but that's what I want. I just want to make sure we know what's right. No more being fooled, no more. No more being in derision. No more sitting around. I don't never. People say, say God. I don't never say no. I don't know. I tell them no, I don't. I just don't. I don't do that. Jesus. That's what you say. That's what yours is. I don't consent. I can never tell you that. Well, you called it that. No, I would never call mine that. I call yours that. That's what you say there. That's what it is. Ain't that right? All y'all who acknowledged there, didn't he? Yep. He talking about ball, then he's on maybe he's sleeping. Yep. Cause I don't know, that's what you doing. When you doing a lot of hollering, he must be asleep. That's right. So maybe going a long journey. That's right. Prevent he sleeps, and maybe you need to cry loud. Yeah. You never know, man. I don't know what you're doing. I can't speak for you. I can speak for me. Ain't that right? What we know, it's important for us to make sure it's predicated off of something. This is what we're going to be saying. Listen, my fear is not being complete when he get back here. So we have to work to go back over stuff, check stuff to make sure it's right. When I look back here over his stuff, like we're looking now, nothing says that connects to me. He's telling me it's old English, German, French. How did I connect this to me? How did you put this with me? How did you research this and come up and say, oh, that's what it is. This is your stuff. You induced it into a book and you used some of my stuff. And now you made me believe that all of this is mine. This is your stuff. So now I got to come on, I got to separate. That's right. That's right. That's what we got to do. We got to come in, you got to distinguish. And you know how you got to do that? You got to be an age. Even Yahushua even told that. I mean, even the Torah, the second Berea, in the 5th chapter of the book of Abarim, he told us at 11, in the time you ought to be teaching, I need the one teach you. See what we're doing was be the first, and what else they use? Oracle. Yep. See, trap you up again. Good. Put you right back to Oracle. What makes sense for us? Isn't that right? And become such a one that have need of milk and not a strong meat. He said strong meat belong to them that are who able to do what? Discern by reason of use and exercise. That's what we're doing. We're going back over this regiment to make sure we got it right so we can discern. You got to be able to discern, because otherwise these folks will mess you up. Yeah. That's what we've been doing. We've just been following through this book. No discernment. And I don't know how you're going to get it because you ain't got all your information. This stuff is in blots and pieces. What did we get? Christianity? I mean, Christos, Christ. What are we looking for? Christ? BC. Oh, BC, yeah. The definition for real, true of BC is not before no Christ. I wanted Christ too. Let me see how it's a BCE. We know before Christian era, or common era is what it is. So that's what you actually find BC for. It usually referring to common era. The years are the same as AD BC. That is, BC is usually understood to mean before the common era. BC. How did you come up with before Christ? I've been told it for for mess them up. Why for mess you up? They for give you something. First thing you just run out your mouth. Because it don't even make sense. Time did not start with these people. So it made no sense that they were basing time off no Christ. That's not even my religion. See how much different stuff when you look at. How many you were told that? When we heard BCE, they told that was before Christian era. That's how they play us. And then you go and look these folks, you check out, they tell you it was common. No, it was before common era. You best always know they've been wrong. Let's see when Christ, let's see there's Christ and etymology of Christ. So let's see if that makes sense that BC would be Christ. There's no one just take that. I know we need to find out when this Christ thing derived. When did it arrive on the scene? Right? Right. Let's see. Knowing that synonym with the translation, translating to the Greek Hebrew. Oh, the Greek Hebrew. Messiah. See, Messiah. A title given to Jesus of Nazareth. Old English, Christ. By 8:30, you need to be in the bed. Perhaps 6:75. I drove that before. I used to work off 6:75. From the Latin, Christus. From the Greek, what is that? Is that TH? That's K. K. Christian. Is that TOS? Oh, Christos. I told that which will be anointed from them. Here you go. From the pie root to rub. I told you, look, I told it ain't that rub. Yeah. You can rub anything. Listen, the stuff that you got, you put up. Even if people gave it to you, don't use it. Right. The Greeks never used that. It does not refer to him about no rubbing nothing. That's all it means to rub. How did you put that as the rub? We're looking at the man who was anointed. Now, where your stuff come from, the Greek and Christos is what these people going to use. They're sitting here and they're showing you, you can't be this stupid. It means to rub. And then you'll go and they make you think that you're saying something sacred. You take, Thomas will go into hell. Don't exist. Right. Because I'm sitting here looking at their stuff, and their stuff is telling you it don't go with what you're saying. Here we go again. You have a idiom. Because it had nothing to do with what we're talking about. Right. Can we find out when this word came on? Christ. Oh, in the primitive church, it was a title and used with a definite article, but from the, let me do that for a minute. TV do that. I'd be so pissed. Like they'll be moving that. I don't read that fast. Don't do. How many? I get so pissed. I be like, that thing be coming. You're like, that guy said, don't do that to me. Don't do that. Ooh, that thing made me up. So that thing just, who reads like that? Here in regard, okay, and without it, and what was I at? But from an early period, it was used without it and regarded as part of the proper name of Jesus. Is that Jes? Oh, was that the cursor right there? I was going to say, I didn't know who that was. This don't make sense because this had an I. We talk about that. There's no J, there's an I. Right. Here again is another problem. It's Iusis. It was treated as a proper name in the Old English. That's right, English. But not regularly capitalized until the 17th century. Pronunciation with long is, see, they even tell you it's the I. Is the result of the Irish missionary. Is that work? Work in English, 7th century, 8th century. So this one was 700 years, 800 years after. The CH from regular sense, okay, BC, is that BC? 7th century, is that BC? Oh, 8, I'm sorry, 8C. The CH form, regular sense C, since the 1500s in England, English. Somebody said, what'd you say? Circle? Circa? How many of y'all knew that? I didn't know. How many of y'all didn't know that? They still don't. They still ain't smart. We all in here together. That's how we work together. Stand for circle around that time. That's good to know. I would have thought century. And English was rare. See, back to that ass. Remember that rare? Rare before capitalization of the word began in the 14th century, but it is not fixed. It ain't fixed until 17th century. So they never actually confirmed it until the 1700s. So to tell you one actually fixed it. What happened? Somebody 16? Who said 1600? You see 16 up here? That's at 17th century. Oh, 17th century, 1600. That's what I was saying. Chris, let me finish. I'm in the spirit. No, okay, the 1600, which makes sense. I want one the 17th century. That's right. Because you're in the 20th century, it's the 1900, which don't make sense. Don't make sense. But now using that, let you know in the 1900s, using the 20th century. Now you're supposed to be in the 21st century in the 20th. That's how. See, white people use that, I guess, to try to get ahead of themselves because they behind. I don't know. I got to figure that one out. So in the 1600s, when they actually capitalized on, did they actually confirm that to be? But it still wouldn't predate enough to say Christ, Christos, and saying that they were dating time off of it. Because BC, what they told us was before Christ. So we look and you're going to say it's the Greek. The Greek actually used the K, which was Christos, which was to rub. So now it would make sense you to put BK for British Knights. Let's say you were keeping time, so it's actually before Common Era. I just want to make sure we're definitive in that and we know that. Simply because just reading when they tell you, they didn't even capitalize on this until the 16th century. Was 1600, pronunciation with the long I. And see, which we know that in the original King James perversion, there is an I and not a C or J. Is result of the Irish missionary work in English 17. We already read this. The word again. Old English. What is that? What is that? That Highland? Oh, they ain't even Highland. That's H. Healing. Probably healing. Oh, they do that whole land, ain't it? That's something we're going to look up too now, which is a healer. So that's I guess the English word for healer. So now, okay, that's what this whole land is. I've been healed before. So healer or savior as preferred descriptive term for Jesus. Start the lantern derived out of Old English, healing, healer, savior, as preferred. For us, it'd be Husha, preferred descriptive term for Jesus. Okay, I don't know. It's just a lot. There's something else we'll be looking at too and be checking out. But this hopefully, this kind of broaden our horizon on why we're going to have to start making these changes, and we're going to have to start shifting over and moving, and we won't be able to move the way we have before. We're just kind of going. Because as you can see, there are a lot of things that are put in here that are word plays. And these word plays are getting us away from versus drawing us to. So now we're going to start taking our time, going back, and it might be that we might be stuck on a word. We'll come back and look at what you were talking about too. No time and kind of hungry, tired, but I want to make sure at the end of the day we get this right. Nothing is more important than us getting it right. We ain't got nothing else on our agenda or no schedule. We got to meet with nobody else, and nobody here miss out. Or those at home. Ain't nothing more important than us getting it right. I don't have no separate agenda where I need something to say something to help me. I don't need nothing to say nothing but what it's supposed to be. That's right. That's all I need to say. Ain't none of it gonna throw me or mess me up, because at the end of the day, the only reason I'm here and the only reason we're supposed to be here to make sure we get right.